Peace, peace, peace. What it do is a late night cap. What it do, y'all? I'm up. It's late, and I'm trying to see what's going on the YouTube streets. If we can get something cracking tonight, see what we gonna talk about tonight. So I was on earlier today, and I discussed a few things that was important to me. Upon going live earlier, I actually mentioned one of my best friends is in the hospital hanging on to her life by a string, actually. So basically, they're not expecting her to make it. And it's very sad to see somebody with that once had so much life in them turn around and be in a situation where it's the end of their life. So as I think about my friend and think about our experiences together and think about how much fun and love and all the good memories we had and shared together, I can thank God that I still have my faculties. I still have my health. I still have some of the abilities that I've had when I was younger. It's just not as I don't know what to say, but I just thank God that I'm able to still do things that I could do or whatever. I could walk still, I could talk, I could still have my senses. And I just thank God for those things because there's a lot of people who can't do what I do at the age that I am at. They're the same age as me and they're not able to do and get around like I am. So what I can do is appreciate that and keep going as much as I can. Like I said the other day, I'm going to keep going until I can't do it no more. When I'm not able to get up and go get a job and do things and work, that's when I'll stop. And that's just it. It's very sad when you see a lot of people around you just leaving at a rapid pace. Every time I turn around, for the past, even since I've been here on YouTube, I lost a lot of soldiers. A lot of my soldiers have perished or gone. And I don't take that shit for granted. I don't take life for granted. I don't take people for granted. I try to at least show the love that I have for them. This particular friend, I went to visit her 2 weeks ago. Not 2 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. I just popped up at her house and I went to see about her. And one thing I can say is that I know that she knows that I love her because I took time out for her. Peace, Aaron. What do you do?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. I'm talking about people that I lost and the people that I'm losing and thanking God for just having another chance at life every day. That's all.
I just I understand. I understand how you feel.
Like my friend goes back. Like I knew her since I was like 15 years old. This is the same one that I told to get off the bus that time when she kept on trying to pick on me. She tried to bully me at one time. And it ended up being us being like the best of friends. That's crazy, huh?
gonna say it's call it crazy, but it seemed like yesterday when we deal with folks, and all of a sudden they're no longer with us.
Yeah,
It's
that's
something
crazy.
you don't expect to hear.
I'm not even ready for this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared to go to sleep right now. I
I could imagine.
don't want to go to sleep right now because I don't want to even remember my friend like that. I didn't want to actually go to the hospital today because I'm in self denial. I'm in denial of this whole thing. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
she just playing because she's a jokester though. This is one of my friends that like to have a lot of jokes. So I'm like, this is a joke. She is really just playing with everybody. She wanted to see if we loved her for real, and she's doing this shit just to say, I got you. And I kept on trying to make her say something to me. I tried to make her wake up when I was there.
sound like some normal symptoms.
I was like, get up, Loke. That's the kind of shit we say to each other. Get up, Loke. Oh my God, my friend will miss her so much. It was never a dull moment with her.
Sound like she knew how to have a good time.
Really, for real. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we used to have so much fun, laughing all the time. Laughing.
You know what? And that's what you should remember.
Do you know, Aaron, that it was a time where I forgot about laughing in my life? I forgot about laughing. It was nothing funny to me. I was not laughing. I was not enjoying my life. I was mad all the time.
I can
And
imagine.
I don't want to be like that no more. I didn't even want to be sad today because I was like, if I go there, I'm going to be sad. I don't want to be sad. But I really did very well. I did hold my composure pretty good. I cried before I went. And when I got there, I was strong. I talked to her. I talked to the other lady, our other friend that was there. I prayed for her while I was there and everything. Life is just too short, y'all.
It is, and I can I could understand how you feel, the way you feel.
You could be here today and gone tomorrow. Things that you take for granted could be here today and gone tomorrow.
That's why it's good to not take things for granted. That's why it's good to you know remember everything, and do everything you can do while you still can.
Mm. One of the things, though, that I'm known for is keeping up with people that I love and care about. But I get exhausted so much. I get exhausted sometimes because I feel like I'm the only one that's always, oh, Huey P here. That's always the one reaching out to everybody and, keeping up with everybody. It gets exhausting sometimes because don't nobody ever check on me. That's how I feel about it. So, peace, Huey P. What it do?
Peace, Goddess. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? What's up, Nikki C? How you doing, Queen?
What's up,
Um,
Huey?
I'm doing pretty good.
So,
Just
What's
up
going
late
on, Huey?
tonight.
just up on the early rising. Just happen to be connected to your energy and was just waking up when you was going live. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear you. You know, you talk about your loved one and your loved
Hmm.
ones.
Yeah, I'm losing one of my good friends. She's in the hospital, like basically they don't have nothing for her. They just letting her go.
and
So
that
they're
and that
giving her that morphine and stuff and keeping her comfortable.
Right.
and I just lost my brother-in-law in the beginning of the week. And they're making funeral
Mm.
arrangements and stuff.
Yeah, we got to remember a loss to us might be a gain in them.
Hmm.
You know, a loss to us, we see them as we losing. But what about they gain? What about the gain that they are gaining and the access to uh this less stressful environment and this so sick environment? So we gotta I think we here in the present um we mourn and we don't allow our loved ones to really rise or to rest because we don't allow them to sleep by keeping them awoke in the spiritual realm and keeping them here, keeping them
Hmm.
attached to here when they're moving on. You know what I mean? And, I think we got to get into a space where we're comfortable with celebrating our ascension more than um, you know, mourning or drowning in the sorrows of the loss, you know?
Actually, I hear what you're saying though, because all I did was went to that hospital and talked about our fun times and stuff like that, and I kind of like um, I released her,
Right,
and I know that right now in her consciousness that she's in, she's doing something totally different right now. We seeing
right.
her anyway, but in the other world that she's in right now, she's doing everything else, and she's cool now. It's
Fully
just
functional.
she's between realms right now.
Yeah, she's fully functioning right now. She's still functioning like we are, but just in another realm, you know? And what I come to realization is that we are all with her. Even me, if I don't know her, I'm still there because I'm part of this realm here. So it's
Hmm.
like you taking everything with you and everything gonna go with you, all that memory. And so when you was attaching that voice and that spirit to her, that was a close thing to letting her know that you are, it's free. It's okay for you to move on. You know,
Hmm.
I think we don't give ourselves the ability to be okay with moving on because we end up looking back for so much because we can feel the effect that we have on our loved ones more so than being here physically. It's like when you ascend and you get into that spiritual place, into that other realm, all of your feelings become numb. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think that's just a part of the ascension, man, for us to be able to grow and for our loved ones to be able to move forward. We have to release them here. You know, so many of us like I lost my pops maybe 10 years ago or something like that, and one of my sisters, she just like you could tell in her posts that she really never let go. It's like, come on, sis, like let him go. It's been like 10 years, like you ain't got to the point when you living and talking. He ain't living through you right now. Like let him live. Like let him live. Stop putting him in a dead realm. We put them in the dead realm, but more so like they're not out of town or they just, you know what I mean, around the corner, man. We'll see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we'll always see them again, man. Just gotta celebrate their rising, man, and just try to go with them in that place. Just try to attach your consciousness to whatever realm or to them, to their consciousness, and that way you are able to be received and pulled into the realm with them, so that you can touch them in the physical realm that they are in, and they can
Hmm.
touch you. See, it's a what is it? It's a double headed coin, right? On one side, we trying to touch them and receive them, feel their presence in the physical form again. And on the other side, they looking for that physical. You feel me? It's like we can feel their spirit, but they can feel our physical. So it's like we all connected again. It's like the spirit and the body is connected again. It's like, yeah, we just got to get to that point, man, where we really celebrate them. Like you said, you let her go. You let her move on. You gave her uh the comfortability to feel like, okay, yes, I can go into this new space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know just exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I heard you saying like you was losing, like even lost your loved ones, some of loved ones on the YouTube and things of that nature. I don't consider it as a loss. I just think it as we done took the information and started moving on because you can see the growth in us by how lack being on here that we are. Like even you, I can see you growing in whatever it is that you do in your business and just growing in Nikki C because you took away time to start applying the things that we done learned and the grew over this
Mhm.
time that we have been on these YouTubes and we can see the growth even when we're not with you. I can feel your growth. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, man, we here with you at 1,000. I'm always here with you and always checking in on you. You know?
Aw, thank you, bro. I'm glad to hear that. I'm already knowing though, because we all check on each other. Even though you might not know I done popped in your stream or something, you might not know that I looked at the replay, or whatever. But
Yep. I know
we're
you
all
there.
good now.
I already know you there. Like they don't show us everybody who in our comments, and then sometimes it's good to go in a room and just sit and not let them know you're there, but your presence be felt. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? You ain't gotta always go in the chat, texting, and making your physical presence felt. What about the spiritual, man? Just send your great positive energy through the chat, and like that's more received than another way. Like it's still received.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I know it's a lot of that going on, especially in the chats, especially like the lives. You might not, I might not see you live. Like if I wouldn't have been woke, I would have got up. The first thing I would have seen was that you went live, and I would have went and looked at it then. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we here, we supporting each other, man. We support each other. The real ones who are on the awakening, man. We know as the supporting cast, man, is very important in the growth of us. It's like the village playing this part, and we like it's like you able to still be an adult and a baby at the same time when you have that supporting cast. Like you can still be responsible, but okay with making a mistake.
Can you all still hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Hmm.
I
Hey, do
think
you
she
still go
muted. Nikki, see you
live?
there?
Yeah, I had muted my mic. Yeah, I can hear you. I hear
Oh, okay.
everybody.
All right, all right. Anyway, so you still go live, Huey?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I've been live. I went live a couple days ago. I don't go on as much. Um, Try to get away from it, man, and just living, man. Just came out here and really just start living again. It's like all
Mhm.
this information, man, to take you down a road, boy. This shit, it's like a deep hole for real.
It is so
It's a
deep.
man. It's a sunken place. It's that sunken place on what was that movie? By
Get out,
Pill to Pill. Get Out.
get
Yeah.
Yeah.
out, get out.
Yes, man.
Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah, yes, man. It's like the rabbit hole. When you start going in that rabbit hole, boy, man,
It's
you ain't
deep.
know that it was so many turns and tunnels and like, man, you might not be able to find your way out that hole.
yeah. The sunken place ain't nothing to play with.
Man, bro, tell me about it, man. And like this year went by so fast, bro. It don't even seem like it went. This shit is literally over with.
Yeah,
And like, I'm talking, it is all the way over, bro. 2020 is right in front of our face. Like this vision. We
Tell
was
me about it.
always looking, trying to get 2020 vision. You know, everybody want to be able to have that clear vision. Uh, um, we coming upon this 2020 vision, and all of our
Oh, you know what?
I, I really, I really think that our most inner
No pun in.
and deepest and darkest thoughts and for wishes are finna come into pass. Like soon, more quicker than you can think it is gonna appear.
No pun intended, but yeah, I think it is going to be quite clear in 2020. I mean, things are going to come into focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very
You
much
can
so.
see it closer and closer we get there. The closer and closer we get to it, it's getting closer. It's like closer and close.
Let's get
It's closer.
closer.
All them old songs have so much meaning right now.
Closer than close.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, man, it's deep right now. I don't know. I'm just still just basically accepting the loss of a good friend. This is a lot going on with me right now. I didn't even want to face this shit because I got so much other shit going on in my life that this is just something added. And it's not that I can't accept the fact that she's gonna be gone. I just wasn't ready for it.
How do you prepare for a loss?
Totally unexpected though. You know what I'm saying? Even though I saw her being sick, I saw all this, I still didn't want to face that.
You
Right.
know what? I think I can answer that
Right.
question. There really you don't. There's really no way to prepare for a loss, especially if it's unexpected.
Yep. Unexpected, you just gotta accept it. It's something that we end up having just to accept. Like
Yeah.
it's sort of like even life, because even giving or receiving life is the unexpected. Like you coming in life, and every experience is it's accepted. You know, every experience that we experience in life, we accept it, whether we was prepared for it or not. We could try to prepare ourselves for the things to come, but it's the unseen that has the power of it all. It I was thinking the other day. I was thinking about the biblical terms and how I say that we were supposed to be fruitful and
Multiply.
and multiply. Exactly. It didn't say nothing about being divisive and division
Mm-hmm.
and to subtract. The subtract was to take away. See, but that's what they told us in a way where we didn't understand what the subtract was about. See, the sub was the underlying meaning of it all. This it's like the under. It's like your subconscious. It's your underlying. It's the things that make you breathe and your heart beat, but you don't have no control of. But you do it
Mm-hmm.
on a natural level, right? So then you dealing with the track. So why is what is the underlying tracking of us? What is the underlying thing that's tracking us?
Mm.
You know, where they say subtract and they trying to take us away, or keep us divided from, or from connecting with. You know,
Mm.
they wanted to keep us apart from our underlying thing that was controlling us, which was our higher self. You know,
What you
say
say,
that
Nikki?
again. Say that again, Nikki.
I said cautious is here.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
up,
here.
Carson?
I done
What up,
crept in.
Carlton?
What up, though?
Cautious Castaway in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, man? You know what? What's up? Peace, God.
PT God, lick your lips, lick your lips.
Yeah, what's up with y'all, man? All right.
We just
Oh
got
yeah, man.
the
Yeah.
nightcap.
That's what's up.
We
Yeah,
got a full
man.
house tonight.
Yeah, y'all know we all connected through that eye, and then we disconnected through them eyes. And that's
Mm.
why I be like, you can't say if you believe something, you gotta say eyes believe now. I don't
Mm.
believe shit. I know. Eyes believe though.
Mhm.
That's deep.
And that's that slave talk. Eyes, get it, boss. I ain't gonna do shit, but eyes will do it, boss.
If we seek both,
And you said another one though. How you said that your eyes separate you, right?
From
And
the
the eyes is what make the you. You remember how you said that before? When you
yeah,
really look in
yeah,
your eyes, that's the. And guess what that you is? That you represents that magnet. You know how in the cartoons they used to show us always when they showed us a magnet, they
it
utilized
was
it
the
like
you.
a U.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that positive and that negative, that right and that left. That's the same thing your eyeball socket is. That's what make you from your eye.
Yep. And your eye in the back of it. Pull it is
Yeah,
at the back of it, and your two ends is the magnet. Your two eyeballs is the ends that's attraction. That's
yeah,
yeah,
yes, yes, bro. Yes, yeah. Yeah, man. That's very deep when you can see that visual like that, bro. That is deep, bro.
yeah. And it's really that simple though. Like only thing that disconnect us is them eyes. Is the ones that we got that we looking at. And then they like everything in plain sight hidden is hidden because you don't realize you're looking at it. You don't realize
Mm,
you don't you don't realize what everything you looking at is in sight. You will
Mm.
mm,
see,
mm, mm.
and that's how universally they keep thriving over us because they give us the truth, but they lie to us. Like, okay, for instance, in the movies, that's where they give you all the truth and they tell you it's fake. And then on the news is where they lie to you, but they tell you it's real. So universally, they being truthful to you because they showing the eye all the symbols and signs, but the eyes are being deceived because they don't know what it's looking at.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that was deep, bro. It's so simple that is deep, bro. It's crazy how the simplest things are so deep, bro. Like, bro, when you said something about insight, how your eyes separate or it distorts was really in your sight. And when you're dealing with insight, you're dealing with the sight that's within. That's the
Mm.
eye within, not the eyes that you looking out. So you separate yourself from your insight, looking outside of yourself, trying to see what you're trying to accomplish, and you don't realize that everything out you was in your insight.
What did I say
Yep.
earlier, Aaron? Color.
And
It's the
y'all, that's
same
the
thing
you,
I've been
you
saying.
and I. That's the you and I verse. You versing your own goddamn self. And on the
I
macro
Yeah.
scale, you versing your other, like you and me. I'm versing you all the time, and you versing me. That's the macro, and the micro is yourself. But we overall
Mm,
is the I with eyes.
mm,
And you
mm, mm.
you and I verse all goddamn night and day.
that's deep.
you and I verse. We talking.
Yep, you and I against each other, and you and I, and I'm beating up you and I fighting each other, and we the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You and
Mm,
I,
mm,
bro.
mm. Damn,
And that's
bro.
why I
You and I
always say
verse.
I. That's why I always say I with eyes. I be like, "What's up?" I,
Mm-hmm.
because we all eye with eyes. We got eyes and we eye. Everybody go by eye.
Mm, mm.
And don't even realize.
Yeah. All of us is all right. We're the same thing. That's the whole thing. We're the same.
Yep,
And we're all connected. We're all one.
yep.
It's a
Yeah.
truth. But
Even
now
Jesus
y'all
called
said
himself
all
the
that,
I am.
I got something I want to ask y'all.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we've all had times where we watched all these different movies We've all been exposed to the Hollywood's gay agenda, even before we knew what it was. So back in the day, there was a movie. I think I was like 13 or 14 when this movie came out. And it was a movie with Forrest Whitaker. I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie with Forrest Whitaker when he was in love with a transsexual.
Mm. Nah.
You talking about the Crying Game?
Yes. See, I knew Aaron was gonna know. The Crying Game. Why are you laughing? Who laughing?
I'm this cautious laughing because it's funny. Transsexual Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker was in love in this movie. He cried and everything. You saw the movie, didn't you, Aaron?
I saw a little bit of it.
It was
Yeah, I
very
seen it,
emotional.
boy. I seen that. That was dreadful. That was terrible.
It was very emotional for him in that movie. But if you look at everything and you look at all that has happened since then, you saw him in that. Then you start seeing Martin and everybody want to wear the dresses and all this stuff, right? Being Shanae and all this stuff. These are all things that were planted to already put in the minds of these people, of these children, of these guys, or whoever they could put it in the mind of, to think that it was okay. So now we're in 2019, and now we have actual men going in to get surgery to be women.
Oh, it's no surprise. Hollywood has always tried to emasculate the black men.
Okay, but it's more than just a Hollywood's agenda, though. It got to be.
Right.
It
So
was in the it was breeded into us because it was implanted into us. See, they separated the biggest thing that they did, right, was separated us from self. Once we got separated from self, we put ourselves into categories. Once we start categorizing, this is what puts you in different groups.
mhm.
And you took away from being whole. We became fractals instead of being the big picture. You feel me? They made it just a piece of ourselves and not aware of it. By taking us out of ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? And giving us a vision and implementing which is when you're dealing with an implant, right?
Mhm.
It was already planted. So the seed was being put inside you. And it was letting you know that a real implant is letting you know that I'm plant. Right? And when you are plant, you a seed that grows.
Mhm.
You a tree. You know what I mean?
So
And
those
so
thoughts grew
they
in the
implanted
people.
into us memory. They implanted data. This is the reason why they use television, records, and things like this because it's information. And
Mhm.
once the information get downloaded, it's like in a computer. The computer is uploaded with so much information that is there. You
Not
just gotta
always.
start looking through it to be able to start opening up the boxes to go in and start looking at the information. And this is what we're doing to our brain when we start questioning. When the thing about the question made you unlock the doors. You feel me? The question unlocks the door and make you go in to open up the secret compartments. It's like going into a bank. And that's what it is. That's what a bank. That's exactly what
The
it is. That's why they
database.
call data a data bank. It's a vault with all the buried treasures, all the gold, all the silver, all the riches of the world was in the minds of the men and the women. And when they separated us from self, we became. This is the reason why we was all woman. And they don't know how to tell us. They don't know how to tell us it. So they giving us a roundabout way of making us whole by making us love men and making us love and looking at love in the way of a sexual act. Where
Yeah.
love is more than a sexual act. It's okay to have love for your brethren and for a woman at the same time, because once we become one, the womb of man The womb of man was the one man that we was
The womb
all
man.
came out of the womb of. You feel me? We all came out the womb of the penis to
Everyone.
go into the womb of the woman, and we
Yup.
came out as a sperm cell to be the body, to be one. Separated as two. We both got the positive and negative and the feminine and masculine in us. That's why at the top, we outie and y'all or we in and y'all out. But at the bottom, y'all in and we out. Because we are the same flipped around. We are the 6 and the 9 in our design.
Yep. And you supposed, like you said, you supposed to love everybody, but you only supposed to sex your opposite. You're not supposed to sex
Yeah,
because your parts
yeah,
don't fit. Your parts
yeah.
don't go into the other person's parts if they the same species as you. But we all are the eye and we all are the womb man. You is no different. It's no difference in us. We just don't share our love physically for the opposite. I mean the same sex. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna
Right.
say about what y'all just said is that I always speak about being able to love somebody without always wanting to have sex with everybody. What's the problem? I mean, even if it is the same sex, just because you guys are friends and you cool, don't mean that it got to go there. Everything is not about that. And once we
But
become,
Well, that's
but
why God reached into Adam's rib,
you know what the
and
problem
Adam's
is with
body and pulled out a rib. The woman was designed for man. That's why God formed woman out of Adam's rib, because He designed. That's why we have parts that are compatible that can fit with each other. He never intended for two of the same organs bumping and grinding up against each other. It's not natural.
But see, like what you said, Nikki, you right. But everybody think with their lower chakra. Your root chakra is the lowest of you. And your lowest self gonna always think sexually first anyway. It's for you to be able to tap into your higher self to understand how to separate those things. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
You gonna think with your
You're
root
right.
first. It, down in the colon first. That's nasty. Get nasty down there.
shout out to Marcus God. Peace, bro.
You damn right, Constance. You gonna think with that lower self. See, this is why the low energies of the world have so much reign over it, because that's where the energy is at. But right now, the world is balancing. This is why the table is what they call the pole switch. The pole shift is going on, because both sexes are really realizing
That they
both parts.
won.
Yeah, that they
Yeah.
won. So because women done had so long already playing the position of a man, that they realize that they have to be masculine and a protector as well. And we realize that the lack of us, or the betrayal that they betrayed the men, especially the so-called black men, as lack of being there for their family and being the nourishers and the protectors and the providers. Like, they got us all out of our role. It's like the man ain't in that role. So that turned them into the feminine, which allowed you in to be able to connect into that. Because as both sides, right, as a man being raised and as a woman being raised, you was taught both the opposite things.
Because
So
you
you was
saw it.
taught to be certain ways, but you always, like being a man, we always felt love and the compassion part, but we was taught to be hard and rough, not to be soft. You know, we was taught not to be soft, and the woman was taught to be gentle and loving and caring, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once your soft meets your hard, it's like, damn, how can we be soft and hard? What's the medium in between that?
That's the balance. That's when you
Right,
you gotta out yourself.
right, right.
And
That's
and
when
now,
you become balanced.
and look, now Huey is the changing of the God. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is now they blending the deities back together again. You know what I'm saying? So it's the Baphomet. That's the woman and the man
Yep,
energy. It's just
yep,
oneness is like the like how they say Mercury is just one now, and then it'll break open into a bit. I mean, you know, like as you it's like you won first, and then you turn into that line. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
so with that being said, they gotta go back into the feminine. Like it's going back towards when the woman was more influential than the man. So now it's mixed right now though, but it's going back towards where woman will be. You know what I'm saying? Will lead the way of doing, cause it's gotta keep switching back and forth. It can only go one way for so long. But right now it's togetherness. That's why all these men feeling so feminine and being like want to be a woman and shit, and it
So
seems
emotional
weird.
and shit.
Yeah, it
So
seems
emotional.
weird. It seems weird, but it's really just the universe doing what it do. And
It's rewiring. It's
yeah,
the way that the universe is rewiring. That's why you get weird with wired,
why?
right? Right. Weird is wired. If you just switched up the two, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm laughing because this shit is so cold.
you know how we do it. You know how we
Yep.
do it. It's like even when you just said like cautious, you said this is the ascension of the God, right? And
Yeah.
on my last stream, we was talking and I was showing the feed with Sean, was talking about how the realm and how we was going in 2020 and how we was talking about this shit like 2 years ago. A lot of shit that's going on literally right now, the way that the world, we done been through all of this. We ain't even got to the final death yet. Like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
literally, people are going through the awakening, through the attention, they going through they going through all of the episodes, literally. Like that ram and that vibration that we sent out, no lie, man. Like, like it wasn't even just like we was on, like I wasn't on but two of them. But it's the creativity and the connective and the collectiveness that we had put into it. It was like it's like the way that we wired up the consciousness. Because we was able to collect up, we was able to connect with branches all around the globe, literally, like into a way like we know that it's going down on the internet, right?
Mhm.
But who literally talk to people in Denmark and to goddamn, you know what I mean? Like who literally be on the phone with people like this all day, like all around the world. Like it was a time that we was literally time traveling because we was literally talking to someone in every time zone.
Mm-hmm.
So our conscious was just running around. Can you imagine your conscious having to connect through the fiber optic waves of the cellular wave, just even to connect to the people that you are on the line with? That's on the tune with it, and that is connected and it's passing over all of this energy throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how Nikki C got us that shit.
This shit is real, man.
I was just
And
gonna
people
say
be
this
like,
shit
man, this is Mysterio, or y'all on the they call it pseudo or whatever.
No, dumb shit.
Man.
It's really, bro, like you said, the disconnection from self. See, they make you forget about yourself. That's why you worry about everybody else, and that's why you can't get shit, because you so worried about yourself. I mean, you worry about everybody else instead of yourself.
And spiritually,
And that's the
it's a battle between the people that care about themselves and the people that be worried about everybody else except themselves. So the people that don't care about their own self and they always worried about somebody else's self business, they be mad at the ones that be handling their own.
Yep. That be self-centered. You gotta be self-centered because you was the center. If you think of the Aurora Borealis, right, or whatever they call it, right? Now you thinking about the center attraction of that. Each one of us was the center of our own egg.
Mm-hmm.
It's without a shadow of doubt, you was the center of your whole universe, and there was nothing about but you and your maker. It wasn't nothing else. Y'all had an agreement to come through. It was no. Nobody else had no dealings with this.
Nobody else. You and you was when you chose to do that the creator gave you the 2 eyes. That's where your contract is. In the 2. The 1, the first eye, that's everybody. We by default. But when you make that contract, you get the 2, and now you an individual.
Well, you made you 3, which really made you 3 because we only see with the 2, forgetting about the 1. See, it's like they gave us the 1 and the 2 and never let us know about the 1 we couldn't see, which was the 0. That was the 0 point. Like they never wanted you to know the original I. They never wanted us to know who the original I was. That's why I saw a mystery. So when we all be coming into the knowing that we all are the I, then we know we don't broke the code, and we done came back to original self, back to 0 point. You know, when you whole, 0 is the whole, the infinite. You can't add on to infinite.
It ain't no add on. It ain't even no way to explain.
You can't even take away from it. Because far as each and every one of us know, they don't want us to know that we've been here forever. But you've been here as long as you ever known. They gonna say it's a time
here. You're right.
Yes, they're gonna tell you it's a time that you wasn't here. By showing you a record that you can't remember with your visual eye, but you can't forget that you were there. It's nowhere that you ain't never been, because you are now there. You are now here, which is
now
nowhere.
Nowhere. Yep. Yes, sir. And the crazy part about it all is that's why you remember shit and you don't, and why it's called remember, because you already a member. You just had to remember.
Right. You had to recontract yourself in and renegotiate your work as you walk through your path. And then you can live the way that you set yourself up to be, not no one else, because you're supposed to write your script. You got to realize, okay, it's a movie being played right now, and I'm the star. I got to write the ad lib.
You can, yeah. But you just gotta stick to the script. Yeah.
You don't have to stick to the script. You gotta stick to your script. Because when you sticking to someone else's script, they already got the script written for us. This is like when we was, this is 2 years ago, we was talking about timeline. When we was talking about timeline 2 years ago, you know, it's like, shit, them billions that we was talking about getting upon our earning just for breathing and connecting with each other like that is upon our doorstep. It's like, man, we got to just reach out and take it.
I got a question. Who is and what is Destiny? Who is she?
She is you. You are it. You are Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Everything was destined to be. You feel me? That's who Destiny is. She was the one who was just destined to be. And they just put a knee on what that destined was. It's like they always add something to it. When you add knee to destined, right? That made it something that was probable, or it was a possibility and not a given. It's like your air, right? Or life, right? Life is a given. Life was given, not to be bought. You can't purchase life. You can't leave life, right? And go into the afterlife with $1 and talking about paying. You can only pay with true currency. The truest currency that it ever was. And all currency was electric and an energy that was just to be. This is what it doesn't die or create. It just is.
It just is, yeah.
Yeah. That's what destiny is. It just is. It is it. Destiny is it. It's what we are here for. Everything that we was given right now was the afterlife. People don't realize we are living in an afterlife, and we are making ourselves go through hell instead of living through heaven. We chose to go through hell so we can realize the parallel in the life. We made a parallel and now realize that the polarities was perpendicular to where we was living.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This shit crazy, man.
Yeah. Cause it's in plain sight. But
It's
we
in
don't. It's in plain sight.
It's in plain sight. And we never knew to look at things so plain because they had us. And only time that we looked at a plane was in the aeroplane. I had our head, kept my head in the sky. This is why we always looked up to the sky instead of looking at it. It was flat right here on the plane on the ground walking with us. And we didn't know that the spirit was within us right here living with us, walking around the ground with us every day. Every time that we've been, ever since before time, the spirit was walking around, the body was walking, the soul was walking, right?
Yeah.
And when they met, it's like me, you, Nikki, and Aaron, right? We met and we agreed that, look, man, hey, lady, you are fucking the body. I love your body. She's like, I like your spirit. Your spirit? I like you, spirit. Hey, we are the same. It's like, what you doing? Hey, soul, how are you? Who is this soul right here? He looked like spirit and body.
That's which is the container, which is the energy container, which is called a battery.
We are the contained. Exactly. Everything got to be contained. Energy inside of a battery got to be contained inside of it, and the pros got to be sticking up. And what you got to do, connect to the energy to get a charge. Charge is what? Electricity to give you time to move through it.
Yeah.
Look, everything got to get a charge. This is why they charging you for everything. Even when you go into a place, it's about a charge because they're utilizing. This is what the energy vampire shit is about because they getting the free charge. Listen, if you go to work and they paying you for your energy $20 an hour, they saying that your energy is worth $20 an hour. Well, so, okay, when you get off, where that $20 an hour going to? Where your charge going to? Your charge is going out into the ether. This is where they stealing charge. See, when you out roaming around freely, they can only tap into certain charges. They got to get the charge. When you go take your battery out, you can't put your battery in your car and move that motherfucker and charge it at the same time. You got to take it out and leave it stationary. So if I could take all this energy and put it into a building, into a school, into a fucking, you know what I mean, on a consistent basis, this is like solar energy, stealing. If you can put solar panels into a fucking room every day for 8 hours and charge off that motherfucker, what you doing? You stealing it. And then you charging people for their free energy because who is charging it? If the electric company is charging you for electricity, who charging the electricity company?
Exactly.
Who they paying?
And where is this goddamn electricity coming from? It's coming from us because we steady moving through the ether. We all connected. Without us, yeah, without us is no ether. Goddamn it, because we moving, causing the friction.
Facts. Static electricity. free energy, stealing and paying it for it. And we don't realize that we go work for fucking currency that ain't nothing to us. Paper don't compare to what we do. We are paper. Paper, we got an agreement with the trees. They stealing our agreement. We had an agreement with the trees to be.
Yeah, because we are them. We are the trees too.
We are the trees. We are them. We are the seeds. We are the leaves that fell off the trees in the winter. And every autumn, we are the trees that fell off and they grew off and they threw that. They thought that they was dead leaves and they went away. They grew to be.
Yeah.
This is what happens on a nightcap with Nikki C in the place to be.
As far as there ain't no more people watching, everyone in the bushes or in the bleachers
Well, they
or
just
something.
keep popping in and out, giving us dislikes, but it's all good.
It's more people watching than they tell us. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like,
it is. That's true.
Yeah, private eyes. They watch.
you know they watching. You got to realize, because check this out. It's a billion or better of each and every one of us that make up the bodies to be you. So in your world alone, it's a universe that is tapped into your energy that is awakening of. And I am one of them to prove it. And for me as well as you. And y'all all want to prove it. You feel me? And so look, it's just like saying, like, if you got one to connect, you done got them all. It's like saying the same thing. If you fuck one man or fuck one woman, you done fucked them all. Because you done made the intercourse of action of what life is about. So you done did it all. See, people always separate themselves from the all. Once you know that you are that center point and zero started at the beginning of time, then you was always the all. If you was the all, then you are literally the it's I, high all, the big I, which we are all the big I.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's the all seeing eye, man. We all see in eye. We
Everybody
all see in eye.
You see me, I see you.
Yes.
Always, we always see it. That's where, and look, that's what is everywhere at once, always. Everyone, I is everywhere and always, everywhere, any time of the day. I is there with I. We there. Yep. Through the animals, through the insects, through everybody got it. We all connected in that dark source. That plug, we plugged in. If we disconnect,
even when you say animal and you say insect, you saying it right there. You say, and I'm in all, and I'm in all.
And insect.
You know? And I'm in insect. I'm in intersections. I'm in every intersect. Every intersection or intersection with intersections with insects. I am insects. Sex. Not insects. See, this is where they always take things out of everything to make a piece of something. They gave us insects, so we wouldn't know that it was all insects.
Yeah, see what it is, Huey. It's the cat. It's the separation of self. That's when you titleize. Yeah. That's when you give some a name and this gonna be called this. This gonna be called this. We gotta all agree on a universal collective consciousness to even agree that we gonna call it an apple or an insect or an animal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When it's just the being, it's just the our eyes. Our eyes.
And so everything that we agreed upon in the subconscious, I recognize that this is what in the Matrix, right? He recognized that he was talking to the subconscious and he had became everything. The only way to take over the Matrix was to go in as it all. He had to go in the Matrix knowing that he was going in there, motherfucker, and was able to go in and start operating the program. So while everybody else was walking through the goddamn going to shit, they was going to work. He was walking through that motherfucker like it's a program and just doing shit through the program and just being. He didn't need nothing through the program because he knew that this shit was this. It's like when you hear right now, like all you need to feed yourself is data. The more information that you are eating, the more you are informed. You know, the more that you are in control of creating. It ain't about eating. It ain't about water. It's about how you control it and conducting your energy. You feel what I'm saying? Are you connected? Because right now we connected in. We in. It's like we done got the tubes in and we done came in the motherfucking matrix right now. And we in here. And we know that we in the matrix and we still letting our signal be tracked. It's like we jump in the matrix and fucking walk around with the bug in our stomach. We never got detached. It's like jumping in that motherfucker and being Cyrus. Like, man, I just want to eat me a steak today, boy. I want to eat me a, you know what I mean? It's like we got to get out the mindset of, and I'm saying me because I don't know with nobody else. Let me say we. But I ain't even me. Like, I mean, like me as a whole me. Because I almost sort of feel like the more I be out, my G, the people around me is automatically woke. It's like, what do I want to do with it? And then, like, do I really want to go to that mode? Because it like certain vibrations that start taking toll when I start tapping. Like, if I come in and be like, okay, boom, I'm in this motherfucker. And the more I be free and be like, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing, and you know what I'm saying? I am everything, whatever, everything just naturally coming. But the more I start thinking like, okay, well, let me go get me a goddamn, because this shit popping, and I'm seeing it without even saying it to nobody else, but I'm watching this shit unfold right in front of my face, right? And like, damn, okay, let me go do something just to show the people this is how we operate. And like, you don't gotta pay for nothing. You ain't gotta go work for nothing. It's like the energy that you putting out, man, you supposed to just be able to go get and receive and live and experience this life. You was given life. Man, fucking life is just free. You ain't what, man, if you don't pay or work or do anything ever right now, can't nobody do one thing from you no matter what. They can lock you up. They can't do anything. The only thing that they can't do without taking you or killing you without your will is fucking take away your life. They have to try to play the part of a creator.
And they can't do that because that's only a reset.
That's only a reset. They not knowing that. They can only take this physical life, but not knowing that you in control of your mind, and you know that now. See, most motherfuckers who, I ain't gonna say, but I see most motherfuckers who dying and shit like that every day ain't in control of their mind. They don't know that they just going through.
Infinite energy type of shit. Like
infinite energy, bro.
Yeah, and that's
we lose track of that. That's what make our body decay.
You scared. You scared to leave. You scared to be missed.
No, you're not even scared. You was tricked to think that you had to go because everybody around you seeing go. Instead of equating that every time you not around someone, bro, they not there. They not alive. Like out of sight, literally out of mind.
Out of mind. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you live within my mind. You feel me? You live within my mind. When I want to talk to you,
never die. You will never die. Right. I remember you forever. You remember.
I remember you forever. You'll never die. You'll never die. You'll always live through me because you always live through me.
And you
always live through me. You feel me?
And
I knew that your physical was only a temporary shell of me. Like your physical is only a temporary shell of you. It's like a hammer. Like that shit, like all this shit is temporary shells of you. You can't even like I equate. This is how I equate. Let me tell you this. When it ain't enough people or the world around me, you know that there's enough things around you to accomplish that. It's enough air.
We're all souls that live in the body of a spirit.
Say what now?
What you
So
say, Aaron?
we are all souls that live in a body and have a spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
well, the
soul and
spirit
the
is the
spirit
air
makes the
outside
body.
of us.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
The
yeah.
soul.
spirit,
Yeah,
the
the
spirit
spirit
is
is
the
the breath.
air that we breathe. You know, is every
Yeah,
breath that we take is the spirit.
yeah.
You
That
know,
automatically goes back to God Himself. The soul is the real us, the real you.
facts. It goes back to
Mm.
the creator itself. So if you know, that's when you recognize yourself though. If you know to go back to the creator itself and it comes back to the creator itself and that's you, why we separate ourselves from that ability to be in that? Because then we lessening ourselves.
And then you don't even realize that you go back to the source every goddamn night. Even when you blink, and you don't
Every
even think
breath,
about this. Yeah,
every
you
breath,
always.
every breath that you take, that you go in and out, you inhale, you open, and you push. That's that button. That's that 0 and the 1. This is what the bio code is all about. You know what I'm saying? The binary code is that 0 and that 1 because that's the pushing of the button. You can only have the button on the pad as a 0 and push it with one with a. You know what I
One,
mean?
the one, yep, the one,
Open the
yep.
door or go in a hole or anything like that. You feel me? Everything's the 0 and the 1. That's the light. That's the part of life. That's the operation of opening your eyes, closing your eyes, blinking your holding your breath and letting your air out. That's what life is. That's the parallel and the perpendiculars of the 0 and the 1.
Whoa. This shit is deep.
Mm-hmm. Like the waters, deep like the water.
Ocean deep.
Mhm.
You know, you see the ocean. You know,
Sea deep.
we at the bottom of the ocean.
Sea deep.
We are seamen. We are seamen. The seamen.
Sea mission. The primordial sea. And we have a date with destiny.
Yes, man.
And we go back to the immortal waters.
When we separated from our mother's waters, we still into the water.
And we
Yes.
Released into the water.
When you separate from your mother's waters, you and your father's water until you know to bring them together. Okay, they in together, so now you in the bed. You already back out in the ocean. You back in the world again. It's like, can you go through those processes over and over through your mind to recreate and keep creating yourself through other portals? It's like you know that you coming through a portal right now and you going back through one. So like right now you dying and living as a little you. Like it's like the dead skin on you. It's like a snake know that he got to shed his skin to rebirth again. We're reptilians. That's what they say. Are you the reptile? I be trying to tell them but I don't want nobody to think I'm too crazy. So I want to tell them that we really reptilians.
Yeah, cause the damn brain is the cobra head and your spinal cord that go down tail. That's the kundalini. And when you look at your brain from the front, you a cobra. You're a reptilian. Your brain got
man.
all the stuff, all the little.
Man, that shit is real, bro. Like
That's why
everybody be talking about the kundalini and all of this and don't realize that you're the reptilians.
Yeah. Talking about the what they the motherfucking damn, what's them junks called? That they talking about all the motherfuckers gonna come get you. The reptilians is another name for them.
The Anunnaki.
Yeah, Anunnakis and the all that crazy shit. the talking snake, the serpent. You is the serpent.
You is the serpent. You is the serpent.
That's why he was able to be standing up. That's why the representation of him being there, standing up upright like a man. It was just another subliminal message.
Right. And when we talk with our hiss and we say sis and this, and we just whisper. It would sound like a snake. This is why we're up under the spell. You know, it's like the ear spell. When you know that the E and the S is synonymous with each other. This is where you get the C from, right? And where you get the C. When you get the C, right, it's two things that you're dealing with the C, right? You're dealing with water. They tell you this, and your eyes got water in them, fluid. Your third eye, your kundalini, when it awakens and your pineal opens, it runs through your body like water. Your blood flow, like the flow of the river and the oceans and the, you know what I mean? Like, listen, man, like everything is everything. This shit is amazing, man. When you know that, man, word, man. Lord have mercy. Y'all see, I don't, man, it's amazing, y'all. I swear to on my life, y'all, when y'all start really getting that power, that shit is, it's a drug, bro. No one man should have all that power. Hey, the boy Kanye was he going through it right now in his mind because he don't know what to do. He got all this energy and this know-how, and nobody is listening or seeing what he's trying to show him. He feeling like, man, fuck it, I might get crucified for this shit.
He been trying
huh? Say that again.
I say he been trying to, like, you know, feeling like the way you're saying for a long time.
Man, he been trying to say it for the longest, man. Exactly. He been trying to say it for the longest. He came out telling you who was walking with him. He a devout Christian. That motherfucker powerful, boy. What you mean? That motherfucker is a powerful weapon for him right now because he can lead you into the blind. At the same time, he tell you that as Christian, he out promoting. He promoting Jesus at a record level. You gotta understand, he promoting Jesus on a hip hop cultural groundbreaking level, but he riding around with a big bus like Creflo Dollar or something, man.
Wow.
I ain't even seen all this stuff now. You telling me some shit.
Man, he been telling you like he is Jesus, but this man got a big purple bus with Jesus is King on it. A purple and gold bus.
Talking about Kanye?
Yeah.
You know what? I look at it this way. At least he's promoting Jesus.
That's the problem.
I think people should give him a chance. I mean, I think he's trying.
No, because this you gotta hear me. He was telling people. He told them that it was Jesus. He made the Yeezys. He was telling everybody that he was God, and then they labeled the boy crazy.
Yeah, I remember he had the shoes called Yeezus and the Church of Yeezus.
His shoes are still. He had the album called Yeezus. He was trying to tell everybody that he was doing interviews, and they was asking him, "So who are you?" He said, "Man, didn't I just tell you I'm God?" Right? He was like, "Didn't I just tell you this?" And then he went on the TMZ thing that had Durant, and then they said that he was crazy. Mm-hmm. That played a part on him. And then they took him, he went and got diagnosed. And they was like, man, the thoughts that he was telling them, they was like, they made him see that was the creator. And it wasn't him no more. He wasn't in control of his thoughts. It was the creator. So he got to go get that back and start switching that up and bring that back, or they was going to take him out. Yeah, he knew that.
That's why he had to start doing, that's why he had to put it on Jesus again. He had to go back there.
Yeah, because now he had to go back to Jesus, because they like, man, you need to promote this Jesus shit. You can't be out here awakening people up, or we're gonna goddamn take you out. So people not really realizing the message that he telling you. He don't want to telling you about that he was God and all of this. Now the Jesus is the best creator, and Jesus is king. He living that Jesus is living through him. So he said that he is the second coming.
I have interaction from the chat, y'all. Let me acknowledge the chat. It's Morpheus the God. He says that years after years after worshiping the Baphomet, those satanic rituals, the recording industry practices. That's what he's saying. That's what Kanye going through.
That's my point.
And that's what we were saying earlier. That's the changing of the God. You got to go back to the one.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go back to the source.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go back to the source, and they're making him go back to the source that they said, because they're gonna say this is the reason why we was able to give you all these accolades, meaning the reason why you able to ride around and be able to speak freely now is because you were speaking the gospel. Mm-hmm. This is how they was able to trick him back into the game and to jump back in the game and to be another puppet for them and think that it's a good thing for you to be out here talking about Christ. And the Christ was really what he was trying to tell you about in the beginning was it was you. Ain't no Christ. You are the Christ. You giving your energy out to another man, it's going to be liable to be a man like him. Because then Jesus is walking with us. He going to be a man. He going to be somebody walking the earth. Who you going to put your energy and your trust in when you can't trust nobody but yourself? Because that's the only way that you was able to come through.
I see.
Yeah, who's the kiddo?
That's my grandson. I'm a granddaddy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't sound like a granddaddy, but congrats.
I know. I'm 38.
I'm 38.
Me?
Oh, man. You make me feel old, son. Y'all boys granddaddy status. I told my boy, I said, boy, I'm glad you smart, boy. I said, boy, just don't come home. Precious. Don't bring nothing into the world right now. It ain't meant to be bringing nobody into the world.
Look how he got his hands, boy. That boy on.
Look at it. The God.
Mine only 2 months, bro. He crawling already and hollering and shit.
Wow.
He crawling.
He 2 months.
He 2 months.
Yeah, already crawling.
Oh,
look how big he is, bro. He look like he won. Boy, looking right at the camera, boy. He looking at the camera like, "What up, folks?"
Wow.
Loud of mercy, man. I was at work the other day, man. I'm sitting there, and the baby looking at me. I'm up on the ladder. I'm up on the damn 40 foot. The baby just standing there looking at me. I'm paying the baby right there in the window. I'm like trying to be quiet. You feel me? But I'm listening to, I think I was listening to Bro Sanchez, somebody on the phone, you know what I'm saying? I was on the line with somebody and I was talking. And I was like, I told the lady, she was in the room, I said, oh, I'm sorry. She said, no, we want to sit right here and we listen to you every day. You come out to work. She loves listening to you. I'm sitting there waving at her. She got these big old dimples in her cheeks, bro. This baby's so dang on pretty, bro. And you know, we ain't racist, but you know, it's a Caucasian baby. But this baby, bro, don't look nothing like the baby look like one of my babies, bro. Like it's crazy, bro. I was like, man, that motherfucking baby look like my baby. Like that is weird, bro. That shit crazy as fuck because she don't got her whole mannerisms look like she got the spirit of one of us, like. Bro, this shit weird as fuck. And she got blonde hair and some motherfucking brown eyes with some big ass dimples in her face. She got big ass dimples. I'm like, damn, I ain't never really seen no damn Caucasian with no damn dimples. I ain't never seen no Caucasian with no goddamn dimples like this. Like, that motherfucker look like a goddamn a so-called black baby. Like, you know, I never. I ain't gonna even. I shouldn't even say that loud.
And see, look, that's how they got it. That's how they got us to see the difference in us instead of the same.
Yeah.
You know, first, before we look for what we got the same, and we all got the same because Man, we got them 2 eyes, we got that 1 eye, we gotta eat, drink, we gotta think, talk, we piss, we shit, we all do the same shit.
The same shit, bro. We all do the same shit.
Everybody want to be this shit, but don't want to be a piece of shit.
Right.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, bro. Yeah. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Bro, that is fucking crazy, bro. Bro, I'm up at 5, bro. I gotta go to work, bro. I'm going to the sleep.
It's 2:22 on the clock. It's 2:22.
2:22 on the clock.
2:22
on my clock. And there's 2 people in the chat, so we got 4 2 showing. And it's 4 of us on here, so it's all good.
Damn. How many was that?
And guess what? And then my time is 4:22. So it's 4:2.
Damn. And on my side, that made it another 2. So that's on my side it's 5:22. So that's 5 2s.
Yeah.
We're down with the 2s, which y'all know we on the right track though. That's all we can say.
And we sit here talking about duality. That's a whole nother 2. Right, we talking about the man and the woman. That's a whole nother 2. Life is talking about look ups and your downs and what's good and your bad. Look, the dark side, life, the afterlife. Everything is dealing in the dark and the light. What's dealing with 2, you can't get away from the 222.
You sure can't. And that goes down on Nightcap with Nikki.
Because you know that it was only 2. It was only 2, the 0 and the 1 that made 2 to be 3. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because the 0 and the 1 was 2 to make that 2 be 3. That's how we got to realize and rethink our calculation. And the only reason why we can't do that is because they got us dealing with some fake currency called money, and we got us dealing with a fake time construction called time and watch. And we go, and the only thing that that you can do with time is watch and clock. When you clock, man.
That's so fucking true. Watch the time. That's all we can do is watch it.
Mm-hmm. And then they gonna give you something called a watch to go on your arm.
So if everything is dealing with time is being watched, you either watching the TV or somebody doing what? Watching you.
Watching you.
Time.
Then and now they got everybody so infatuated with reality TV. Well, now you just watch everybody. You in everybody's business. You don't care what it is.
Yeah.
You just want to see something.
Information. Just putting shit into your mind and your body. You don't even know. You just feeding yourself. Just feeding. I'm like, man, I gotta stop eating this bullshit. Boy, it's some bullshit I'm out here eating. Boy, I gotta stop watching this TV and listening to these radios, boy. That's some bullshit. I'm gonna listen to some more I listen to myself, the more of me I can get of me, because I can't take no more of this other shit. You feel me? I need to hear some more positivity or just some more knowledge. It's like what they telling me. I ain't hearing nothing but everything I done did. Drugs, clubs, money, hoes. Bitches, fucking man. I done did that shit. It's time to grow. How I'ma grow? When they stunt your growth, that stunt your time on the earth, because you ain't got nothing else to do. You don't know nothing else to do.
You lost now. You lost that seat.
You lost that seat. Just watch. Just stand. Let me
watch.
Just sit around and see. Let me just sit around and see. They don't want no one just sitting around and see, because then you become collecting too much energy. You know, when you sit around and see, you become what? The sea. Once you become all the sea, everything starts attracting in you. The more that you can meditate and have time to yourself, the more shit you can put thought out into vibration to go out for it to come back. But if you constantly out in traffic, running around in the hustle and bustle, thinking about, okay, I gotta go put this energy out for this. When we go to work, our energy is being utilized to gain money for a thing. I'm going to work so I can go pay this bill. I'm going to work so I can go pay this. I'm going to work so I can do this. So when you go and you gain that, this is what you're going to gain. So now what What
Like
kind of progress are you putting out for yourself?
yeah, you going to just be a money distributor because that's all it do. As fast as you put it in your pocket, it goes right at it, go right into somebody else's hand. Every fucking week, if somebody got a headache, that bill, Mr. Bill, want his shit. You give a fuck.
Just want some energy from you.
Yeah.
They all want energy from you. You gotta realize, for you, when you are in the knowing, everything around you want to be able to get some of your energy because they know that they can't exist without you because they all thinking into what? A creator.
Mm-hmm.
When you put yourself in that position and you really know it and you walking around with that shit and ain't scared to show it, it be like the sun shining in the dim light. It's like when in the middle of the night you could be out in the God shining and the sun is out. Because they see the sun out, they see the God out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All eyes on you, man. Cameras, lights, and action. Ain't nobody else moving around. Who they watching? Everybody else sleep. They fucking with them in a whole nother state of mind right now. They dealing with them on another realm that they don't even know that they're being dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to sleep, you are being functioned and you are functioning in another realm and you don't even know that you out doing shit. And that shit is making your next existence happen.
If you don't control your dark space, somebody else will.
Somebody else will. Somebody else will. That's why they say that the devil is that the mind is the devil's playing field.
Yep, idle hands. Yep, it's the devil's playground.
Idle mind.
Idle mind, yeah.
Yeah, man. Because it's the evils. The evils linger around. The evils live. The evils turn around and come out and live.
And it's love.
That's
evil. Love is evil.
We got Quinn in the chat, y'all. Say what's up.
Peace, Quinn.
What do, Quinn? Shout out to the God, all the pirates.
Mighty.
The pirates.
Arr.
Y'all got me out this motherfucker live and shit. I'm wide open. I'm wired up, boy.
I ain't been asleep yet. I'm about to be asleep in a minute though. I'm hanging in here for a little while.
It's time for you to go to sleep. I'm finna get up. I'm up. I'm already up. I'm up already.
Sorry, y'all. This phone.
Oh shit! The HOTC in the building. What?
This phone is tripping. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm back.
Who's the HOTC avatar? Is that Brandon or who? Sean?
Might be Brandon.
Oh shit, we got the HOTC woke up tonight.
Oh, the boy. No, it's probably Brandon.
You know, I invited everybody to the HOTC thing. Everybody mad at me like, Nikki C, why did you send me this invite?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
I sent everybody the invite, cautious.
Yeah, I see
that. I got my.
That's just letting everybody know I missed them.
Nah, they was so. I went and I'm like, what? Everybody in here?
And then
nobody getting that motherfucker.
What's up, Nikki? Is there something you want to talk about? I'm already in all those servers you invited me to.
Hey, what happened? Hey, Cautious, what happened to Allergic, bro?
He said he just was trying to he was leaving everybody's servers and stuff because he didn't want to be keeping up confusion and stuff. So he was like, so he left mine too. So
he took his down.
You lied. No, he didn't.
Oh, he must block it for me or something. He must block me or something.
I just saw it. I just was in there. It ain't down.
Oh yeah, he must block me where I can't see it.
Nobody be in there no more, but
yeah, man. I think about that shit all the time. When you said that shit earlier, sis, that shit made me think about that shit. But you know, shit just happened, man, and we all grow, man. But you can't when you let certain shit like that interfere with your growth, You feel what I'm saying? That's something that you have to have within you because you gotta know that he growing and we still growing, bro. Like it ain't no love lost. Like I don't have no love lost, no barriers, but I know I can know how I feel, bro, because I be feeling. I might be giving myself too much motherfucking credit. My girl be saying that all the time. She like, man, you can't be this motherfucker who you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be doing right. Well, why we got down on it? I said, man, look, man, you say that we got down what we fucked up or we be got down, but look, man, we doing way better than a lot of motherfuckers. You cannot like
better than
ain't nothing good enough. You hear me, bro? Ain't nothing good enough, man. Like, it don't matter what the fuck going in life, man. Ain't nothing ever good enough. You know what I mean? And it's sad, bro. Like, a motherfucker go, because you know how I know it ain't never enough? Because that's just like air. You don't need some more. You can't just take one. That's like a bag of chips or banana. You eat one, you're gonna eventually want another one. And the infinite mind thought just like that. So once I made one, I made another one. I made another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. So what make you think if I made one world, one universe, one galaxy, that everyone that I made, then I didn't make them one for each one?
Everybody got one. Everything got everything. ain't no limit.
It ain't no limit. See, look, when I say I did it, right? When I say I did it, they be like, why you say I did it? Motherfucker, I did. You don't want to say I. But without you and I, we can't have you and I. But I tell you that you were the one who did it. You say, no, the fuck I didn't. God did it. I said, I am God and you are. They said, no, we're not. He up in the sky. You can't see him. I say, look, he's standing between you and I. He the same thing that you are. He the same thing that I am. Look, let's share a piece of him, right? Let's look face to face. And the space between us is what the creator is. Let's just inhale a little bit of him. How much can you inhale before you have to release out him again to the same space in between us? And he is all around us still. You say he is everywhere. I don't get it. This should be simple.
The beach is better. OG with it is in the building.
This shit should be simple, man. That shit should be simple math, man.
It is simple. That's why it's overlooked, because it's so simple. People are always looking for complication. Something that's complicated seems to be the best thing because you don't understand this type of shit. But the simplest things is the real shit in life. It's the key to it. Stop thinking so hard about shit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Overthinking it.
Facts. Everybody who is coming through listening to this build, a lot of people they can't get where we are. They can't understand what you're saying. So they automatically gonna not like what you're saying because they don't understand. But instead of just sitting there listening and opening their mind up to receive some of this information, because it's good information, it makes a lot of sense to me. A lot of the things that you guys said tonight made a lot of sense. I mean, this morning, this rising.
Yes, but we're all grow on our own time. You know, we all come on our own time. We all came through the same little line at a different time on your own time, but at the same time because it was just time. They think that, like for blood, for instance, I say, right? Like they be like, man, white. They think that is a different blood type. You got A and O and B and all these other types, right? Mm-hmm. But they all blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all blood.
It's blood.
Mm-hmm.
It's animal blood.
Blood.
Mm-hmm.
What's different about it? They're gonna say, well, the genes in it, the genetics, and what the whoop, whoop, the whoop. No, 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 no. Let's just deal with the basic part about it. It's blood.
He said he
He said,
agreed.
you're right.
Sound like youngsters know what to say.
Yeah, he said he
Sound like
with
sound like the younger know exactly what to say.
it.
We got a few people in the chat right now, y'all. We got Quint Emerson is in the building. The beach is better. We have
I need to go watch the chat.
we got Brandon in the building. And we have Morpheus the God.
Peace, peace. Peace, peace. Eye with eyes. Eyes with eyes. Eye with eyes. Eye with eyes, see?
You and I verse. You and I verse.
You and I see.
You and I see.
I see you, you see me.
Y'all swear I'm about ready to throw this phone into a wall.
Oh God, here we go with the phone thing. What's wrong with the phone?
Son of a bitch keep on freezing on me for no damn reason. It's just freezing and shit.
Brandon said that's deep, Huey, and then he said it's all fractals. Yep, so
Oh, the beach is better than the building.
no, that's them. This is just how they talk the beach. This is just how they talking. So I just sit down and I listen to it and I take it in. But some people don't want you because it's like different. That's all I was saying.
Mm-hmm. It's over people's heads because people don't use their head.
It's so easy what they saying though. The things that you guys are saying, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just used to it anyway, so I missed everybody this whole time. What happened to Huey? Oh, he back. I don't know why I keep kicking everybody. Is y'all getting kicked off or what?
Like if you
Yeah, when I go back over to the I was going to the YouTube to go over to look in the chat and it bumped me out for some reason. Because I'm on my phone. Hey, you know what's so dope about the StreamYard though?
What?
You can go live from your phone. You can do this from your phone.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can do you can still have the open panel on your phone though.
You can get on the panel. Yep, you can.
No, not just get on one, you can start one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do everything, the same thing you could do on the computer on the phone.
Right yeah,
now, I'm on my computer though.
Yeah, but I can get on like when you like if I was on mine right now, I could start a live right now on mine and go live for mine while I'm on yours. And we can both be on live and my people can still come on my chat and connect with your chat. So we can have like 10, 20 people. And then like if Aaron want to go live, he can go live from his at the same time. And he can have 6 people come on his chat too. And we can all connect like that.
Yeah, I did that before with the when we had hangouts, we did it too. We went live. Somebody went live from their channel and I went live. We were all
yeah, but you can do it you can't do it on your phone on the hangout like that.
That's the only thing different.
Yeah, that's the difference. You can do it on your phone. I could be out and about now and go live. And because they had stop you from going live from your phone if you didn't have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
So now you can go live from your phone through the StreamYard.
That was one of the stipulations. They said you had to have one of these softwares in order to go live from your phone if you didn't have 1,000.
Right. And all the other ones be skipping. The other ones I be trying, them motherfuckers was skipping like hell. This motherfucker on fire.
Yeah, that's what's up though, y'all. I guess.
And I know you can go to sleep. Go ahead, go to sleep, man. It was always a pleasure, just trying to come give you some great support and some energy.
Oh,
I
that's
think,
what's up. I needed that energy though.
right, I think it was needed for you, and it just changed the vibration for you a little bit, give you some upliftment, man. I think
Yeah.
we always on time because you came on right on time, and I'm just happen to be waking up and everything. That's crazy.
That's a trip though, because I was actually looking inside the Discord, looking at all the rooms, seeing who was in there or not in there.
Oh,
Nobody was there. I got a few messages from sending people invites to the HOTC. I'm ready to get back in there. I think we need to,
yeah,
you
man.
know,
I be saying the same thing. I be through there every now and then, going there
Hey,
just
because
listening.
we need to make the next push. We need to take it to the next level, and it
Yep,
needs the collective consciousness to do so. That's why they
yep,
don't. That's why they don't like us in groups, and that's why you notice in Discord they starting to make it where you can't share the video, you can't listen to shit at the same time, and you can't even certain videos you can't even play them in the box no more because they don't
mhm,
want you connect and they want you disconnect, and they notice that we've been connecting, so now
mhm,
they trying to counter attack our shit, and they
mhm,
did a good
yep.
job. They did a real good job breaking this shit up, and when I say they, I mean the motherfuckers that's controlling this shit in the dog round, in that they know what they doing, bro. We there, but we you know what I'm saying, we letting them in too easy.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep, yep. Because we are the day.
Yeah, we are they. That's we
We
whooping. Hey,
are the day, and we allow our inner self to motherfucker our inner
whooping out.
paranoias. Everybody's self paranoias come out, man, and that shit end up coming in fruition. Like literally, bro. Like our thoughts are that power that when we go to fucking tripping and watching, like everybody come through their agent and whoop de whoop, watch the agents who coming through. It's like you inviting.
And this ain't gonna never happen. And that's you talking crazy. Yeah, cause you killing it now, motherfucker.
Yep, we
You
allowing this
putting
shit to happen, bro.
with them words, that sword, that backwards sword, them words, you chopping this shit
Yep,
up.
chopping that shit up, man. We fucking sending it right out every time. That's why I ain't know nothing about no agents or shields or nothing like that shit. I won't even trying to have that energy around. Like, fuck that. That's why I be having like. That's why on my YouTube I got everybody in my room got a wrench. I don't care if you disagree with me. You still get a wrench. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on in and get a wrench. You'll find something that you'll agree with me about. You ain't gonna disagree about everything because I make too much sense. How you gonna disagree about everything when the truth right in front of your face like that?
That's 444 for me.
Well,
Hey,
fuck.
that's a deep foe.
45.
That's a deep foe.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I needed this one. I needed this one. Y'all gonna have me pumped. I be going when I go to work, man. They be like, they don't know what to do. They be like, we don't even know what to say. Ask you today. They be like, they want to know something else every day. Like,
Hey Nikki, I think the beach backstage.
the
You
what is
see,
that?
backstage says backstage beach.
Oh, the
Beach.
beach.
Uh huh.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. Let me bring beach in. All right.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
How you doing?
Yeah, Aaron.
What's
Welcome.
going on?
Hey,
how,
guys.
how you doing,
Look, this
Queen? You
I'm
gotta put
great.
another. You
What's up,
gotta change
OG Bridget in the building? What's going on, sister?
I don't know. I don't know. I just put StreamYard on like when I just started being able to go live. Like what? Like a 5-6 days ago. I don't know how to add the picture.
had your
So
what? Your camera? Your camera?
yeah, I
Or
just
add an avatar?
okay. So there's an option somewhere on there.
Yeah, when you first come in, you have to hit your I don't know if you're on your computer or your phone, but it
I'm
should
on
be
the
like a
phone. So it's probably on
Yeah,
the
your
computer
phone.
where I got to do that, right?
No, it's on the
No.
phone. I just put my
It's on
picture.
the phone too.
You can add
It's
it.
on the
Really?
phone too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when you first come in, it's a down drop, or you just hit the
Oh,
little.
do y'all want me to exit that and go back and put my picture on and see how that works?
If you want to.
That's up to you. That's up to you. It ain't necessarily.
Okay. Well, now
You know.
that you told me, I'm gonna know next time, and then I'm gonna try because I was experimenting. I was practicing with this thing for like 2 hours with my homegirl on private to see all the stuff, and I still don't know. Like I didn't know I could do that. I knew people could do that. I just couldn't figure it out. You know, I'm not
Yeah,
tech
yeah.
savvy. I can think, but that don't mean I'm tech. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do everything.
Yeah, it's all good. We
But
we
look,
walk you
so
through it.
I was listen. I was dead asleep, right? And I said something said wake up and get your phone. I never do that. When I tell you the first things I do when I wake up, I usually give thanks for waking up. I do all this extra stuff, stretch, or I'll wake up and do like a 5 a.m. workout or something like that. I don't never jump on YouTube. Something says go on there. I don't know. And I said somebody's on live. Who the heck's on freaking live? Where I'm at is 4:45 in the morning. I was like, who the heck is on live? And look, and I saw it was Nikki. And I clicked in. When you guys were talking, I didn't have to figure out what you was talking about. I already knew what y'all was talking. I knew what you was on already.
That's what's
But I was also thinking, this is so far over people's heads. You all talking stuff that they can't come. They would literally just click off or leave or just sit there staring in it. They can't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Yeah, and when they don't have a word to understand something, they just go. So they're talking crazy stuff over there. That's what I'm like, man, find another word. If it's above your head or you can't comprehend it, don't just say it's crazy. No, you just don't get it. I get it. It's written in several texts of several different, even going back to religion, that we are all gods. Even if you're a Christian, Jesus himself said that twice in the New Testament, that we are all gods. That don't mean you're supposed to be walking around acting like, you running the whole world, but that's written. And so that was when I see that when people say that, I see some people who get offended, but I'm like, yeah, but no, he did say that. That's just.
And what Erykah Badu said, if we made in this image, then call us by our name.
Yeah, and so that's where people, I'm like, you might want to keep it a little bit on the demigod side. Don't be trying to. Only people I've seen get carried away with that. They've taken that and they've ran and tried to and basically, put themselves up too high. And I've seen them get knocked the F down too. But for the most part, a lot of people who understand that and they keep it humble, they are running on a different frequency. You all know that, right? Mm-hmm. So even you talking, the very fact that all they hearing is static. They can't even comprehend the words coming out your mouth, speaking as plainly as you are. It's not meant for everybody. You should be thankful.
That's a mic drop. That was a mic drop. That was a fucking mic drop.
I can't. I am no longer gonna beat myself in the head trying to talk blue to people who end up when I get done, they end up asking me something like, you got a piece of gum, and I'm like, girl, I've been trying to enlighten you, and you didn't catch none of this, or who? You know what? I'm done. Hey, I feel like this at this stage in the game, either you catch it or you don't. Either you getting left behind or you coming with the rest of us. Cause I can't do it no more. I've talked like you guys are doing these talk. Folks, they just sitting there like, okay, what do you want? Or something crazy like that. And it's like, actually, I couldn't be more sober. I couldn't be more freaking sober. Literally. That's the whole point. It gets you high, and these type of conversations takes you up to a place of elevation and takes you so far up there. The adrenaline itself, because your mind is open to speak and receive these things, takes you to a place that they don't understand, and you're really feeling it. And so that's the first thing they thinking, like, oh, I don't know what they smell like. Somebody says something like, I'm like, smoking? I don't even smoke. You know what? Y'all are some low vibrating, can't understand this stuff. I'm going to quit even trying to explain myself. I'm going to go on mind my business, and hopefully the universe will run me into the people who I need to. And for the rest of you, you know what? Have a nice life living down there. In the dark.
Thing about it, sis, the beautiful thing about it, right, is that they do understand it. They stand right up under it. That's the problem. They stand under too much. You feel me? That's the That's the big thing about it, because the veil was pulled so far over their eyes that they can't. It's just what you said, the distortion. It's the black and white. This is the reason why they deal with the checkerboard in the Masonry, because the black and white is the veil. This is where you have to tap into with the signal, but they don't know that out of the black and white that all light come. It's the color spectrum. They can't even fathom to even see that point. You know what I mean? That's why they stand under it. But the beautiful thing about it is when you stand under it, right, and you at the point of the frequency of the seed dropper, it's all about dropping the seeds, because it don't matter. You just want it just to hit some soil, because you know that it's going to eventually need some water. And
What
that
you
the
said
water
about
is going to come
some
from
soil? You know, there's some soil. All this out here isn't good soil. Every day there's some people. I had to tell a friend tonight. I said, "Listen, I'm not, the soil right here is not good soil. I know that, but I'm gonna continue to sow until it affects me personally, to where okay, me sowing into you is taken away from me sowing to somebody else. I'm gonna continue sowing. I get the soil, but when I see, I'm looking at it already, and I see ain't nothing coming up from that soil, but some freaking weeds. You get me?
Right.
And sometimes I don't even get a weed. It's just dry. It's like that. Them seeds are landing on some very corrupt or just no good soil. And I can't. The soil is the heart. I can't do nothing to change the person's heart. That's on them.
Right.
It's on them.
Right. But without dropping that soil, though, right, it wouldn't have never known if it was good or not if you didn't even drop the seed to know if
that's right.
Soil was fertile or
and
not.
That's our job.
Because
we gotta try.
While we was dropping these seeds, I never talked to you before, and it was able to land on fertile soil. You feel me?
That's right.
Like some of the soil is gonna be desert sand, but cool. But some of it is gonna be a fertile land, but some of it is gonna be dry land. We know that we have dry spots. We have dry spots. So okay, that's a given. You feel me? So we ain't worried about the dry spots. We know that you're gonna need sunlight and water though, or you just gonna dry out and rot. That's the difference about it. And when you need that water, just know that it's a fertile seed. It ain't about the soil being unfertile. It's about is the seed fertile. Because you can buy some unfertile seeds and drop it in some fertile soil and get nothing.
Oh man, I ain't never heard that flip that way. You just dang. And you know what? That goes for the people who are leading. If you are leading any people and you yourself is the seed and you messed up, so your soil at some point either they're gonna just start rejecting the seed and somebody else gonna come around there and drop some seeds in there. They just that's how people end up. They think people leave them or say they walk out. No, not necessarily. Some people woke up to you. They're like, hey man, I've been dealing with you and I haven't grown. I haven't progressed. Nothing about my life has gotten better. Matter of fact, I'm in the same place I was. Yeah, this person over here, they come around and in 10 minutes, they done made a whole garden, some tomatoes, some carrots. They done built a house. They done, you know what I mean? Like, look, why they woods over there looking like that, and why we over here looking barren? People do, even if they can't understand, they got eyes to see and say, hold up now, something ain't going right on our end. It's looking real dry over here and real troublesome and real destitute, and they don't have no more money over there than we got. Why are they over there looking like the Garden of Eden or Cairo or thieves, whatever you want to look at in your head, that you have an imagery or something really beautiful or magical or whatever the terminology you want to use. People can look and see, hold up, it's shining bright over there. Why them pyramids so tall and we over here living in some tiny, and they have it no better than we do. Let me go walk over here and see what they on. Yep. That's what people are supposed to do, because if only one person come out of 1,000, then only one was supposed to come. It doesn't. You're not supposed to be trying to get. They be talking about, oh, we're better in numbers, but I've made more impact in few than I have in a large amount. So something wrong when they say numbers don't lie. I don't know. I think they can be manipulated. I manipulated numbers before. I know y'all feel me in the game. I manipulate numbers all the time.
Yes.
So I don't know about this numbers don't lie. Now I know numbers, we can connect on some numbers in some area, but in some ways they can also be manipulated. So just running by numbers, that's not going to get people to answer. The answer
Fact.
is in the productivity, in the fruit. What type of fruit came from over on that tree? You know, I got 3 trees, you got 20 trees, but out of your trees, you don't really got no fruit growing. On my tree, I got 1 tree and I got all the apples and trees and berries and pomegranates and bananas. You know what I mean? So you got to look at what's really being grown from the tree, not how many, who got the fruit. And that comes from a mindset of, like you guys are talking, that very few people that cannot. I don't know why they don't understand. I don't know if there's a blockage there. I don't know if I've had to. I'll tell you this, and I'll let somebody else have it. I have had to accept the realization and the truth that this ain't meant for everybody. Bridget, I tell myself, Bridget's my real name, Bridge. Everybody can't go where you're going. You're gonna have to accept. You are going to have to leave some people behind, not because I want to leave them behind, guys, but because I can't take them where I'm going. I can't. I can't force them to go. I can't carry them on my back. I got enough I'm carrying. I got my children. You see what I mean? I got my children. I can't. I got no room. You know how you got a car? How much room can you actually put in your car? We ain't clowns. We can't fit 22. This ain't the circus now. Circus clown might can get 75 people. Or I ain't gonna get racist, but some people can get 75 people in a Toyota Prius, but I can't do that. We talls over here. I'm 5'9", and everybody over here pretty tall, or either, you know what I mean? Like, we can't fit that many people, and I ain't got no extended cab, you know, whatever. So I can only fit so many people in my vehicle. So at some point when we're ready to drive, hey, if you can hold on to the roof, or you can put some skates on, if you can tie a rope on, a skateboard, or whatever it takes, hey, I'll bring you with me. But if you get left behind, hey, I feel like don't take it personally.
She said she can't fit too many people in her vehicle. Now, the vehicle, right? Check out the vehicle, right? Vehicle is beautiful. I love you said vehicle, because only one person can steer the wheel.
There you go. Because I'm driving, man.
Only one person can drive the vehicle, right?
That's right.
So
say that. How many?
One. Now you can have some passengers that can ride along the way. You feel me? You can even have people that can follow. They can even follow, or you can even trail in the path of vehicles. But each person is supposed to be in control of their own vehicle. Now, when you get outside of your vehicle, right? We are all still driving a vehicle.
Still moving. We ain't never still.
We ain't never still. So who is in control of your wheel? Where there's a will, there's a way. So who is in control of the wheel for your way? This is good.
Wait a minute,
man.
And it's a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
We got a full house tonight.
You hear me?
Man.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Nikki?
Yeah.
I said it's a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
That's right. I was going to say a circle in a circle. You said a wheel in the wheel. Either way you go, it's still a wheel in the wheel in the wheel. People don't get all the way to the tiniest spectrum. And how tiny can tiny go? We already know tiny can go as small as, I'm not a scientist or a freaking, biochemist, but we know how small it can go.
Just micro and macro. We just deal with the smallest and the biggest it can go. We want to go the smallest and the highest. That's why we want to be the lowest.
Because the smaller go higher.
And
the tiniest particles are up there in space. What is an asteroid can be y'all know an asteroid can be as small as a grain of sand. An asteroid in outer space. We were watching space. My daughter's in physics and stuff, right? And an asteroid can be as small as a grain of sand, but it's still an asteroid. If it still come down here, it can cause, if it really did, it would cause impact. And it's the size of a grain of sand. It just never ever leave its dimension. But these particular ones that circle around the sun, I'm like, man, that's tiny. Whoa, I'm trying to be like the asteroid because they're the closest ones to the sun up there, speaking in
you the closest one to the
space.
Sun. See, that's why they got our head up in space though. This is what they was talking about while we too far out, right? Because when they tell us about asteroids, right? We're not looking at our outer space, right? Outer space ain't up in space like out our face. Like outer space is like right in front of your nose.
Yeah,
right in front of you is your outer space. And they trick us to think that an asteroid is out in the sky when you with the mind that hit the earth. You was the
They
thing that
not
hit the earth like an asteroid. They don't want to say that. This is why Wu-Tang said, they said, I hit the earth like a comet invasion. Oh, Nas said that. Nas said that, right? Okay, so when you hit the earth like a comet, you came. This is what we, look, oh man. Look, when you
All these
realize
deep
that we put
conversations
our
we
head in
having.
the sky, right? To think that we moving around the sun, right? But that ain't what we know. In reality, the
at
sun
all.
moves on our sky, right? We see the
Sun
sun
goes
move around us.
Yeah.
The sun moves
Look,
across our sky. We don't move around it.
Right.
I love these
Math,
deep
they have
conversations
this
that we
evolved.
having.
Mathematicians,
The
just
fact
like
that
Oh,
I'm listening.
go Eric.
I'll say I just love the fact that we can have conversations like this. It's deep. I mean, I bet other people coming in don't expect this type of conversation to be coming out of a group of people like us. They expect to see a
Yeah.
bunch of gender wars and all that stuff.
Or talking about what's going on with Diddy or Puffy or what's going on with Kanye West. Like they want us to talk about the
Yeah.
ordinary things, and let's talk about some beef on YouTube. Y'all ain't hear about such and such beefing on YouTube? Nah, man, we talking about expanding our brain and our capacity and our generations, bro.
We talking about
That's what
building and all that.
you know what real generational wealth is?
Yeah, I'm
Us
doing it right
getting
now.
healthy. Us
And me and
getting
Nikki
our
talk about
mind
that all the
healthy.
time. Me and Nikki talk
That
about
is what
generational wealth.
generational wealth is, man.
That's what I'm
That's what
on.
generational
I'm
wealth
trying.
is.
I gotta start with my own household first, you know? Like I can't do that. I can't build
Oh,
nobody else until I start here. But that's exactly what I've been on. You saw, and that's where I'm gonna stay.
man.
And I've set things in place for my kids that, yo, this set in place so you ain't got to spend all this time worried about this. You can take your mind and let your mind go where we need to go and live in this world and think and do what you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to be worn down, beat so hard, working so freaking hard. So where you ain't even got time before you lay to bed and close your eyes and think for a second, just to lay there and think about, I wonder, or ask all the questions that just some of you all have gotten answers to just because you asked the question. It says you have not because you asked not. People don't even ask to get the answers. They don't even ask. It's like they don't want to know. They perfectly fine with the sun being here and the moon here. I want you to open that veil, open that curtain, and I want to see what's behind here because I know I paid attention to see when the sun and the moon's up at the same time. Now you explain to me.
Yes.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning or 11, and I see the sun bright and the moon at the same time. Now, y'all, the sun was put up on day 4 to separate the day from the night. I'm not disputing this day and night and all that. Okay, I'll get that. But I'm trying to show where someone is showing us, yeah, it is written there. But also, what do you see right now, Bridget? The sun and the moon are both up. So somebody clearly is calling a shot. So all you got to do is look up and it's right there. The sun right there, the moon, and they're in close proximity. Hold up now. How many suns and moons we got? That's when I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. It's 10, it's 11. It ain't like it's 6 o'clock and the moon coming up. I'm talking about the brightest part of the day when the sun's the brightest, you know? When you kind of judge the time by the sun. Sometimes I look at the sun and I can tell what time of day it is. I don't use clocks that much. I just look at how the sun's beaming, you know? I see the moon sitting up there. And it's clear as day. But people aren't looking up. They're too busy looking around sometimes instead of looking up. And when I speak that as in, they're looking around to see what somebody wearing, what kind of shoes you got on, what's your hair. That's why I took all my hair out, guys. I'm gonna stay like this because I feel free. I feel like hair ain't finna run me no more. I ain't gotta worry about when it's raining today here. Well, I don't know where you guys is raining. I don't even carry an umbrella. I might wear a hoodie. But I don't wear an umbrella, you know, because I feel like the rain needs to hit my head sometime. I need some water in my hair so it can grow. I love water.
And guess what? You know, the funny thing is most women, they only put all this stuff on for other women anyway. Because men don't care about this stuff. We don't be like, ooh, look at those eyelashes, or ooh, look at those bundles. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna need in a well, that's great for, you know, for people who need that, but I don't need that. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know it was smothering me. It took me till I think I turned 40, and I didn't even know my hair was smothering me. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was being suffocated, and all people saw when I was coming was this big head of hair because I was blonde, and it was very, very beautiful for like 5 years. But nobody was looking at my face. And one day my hair, what happened was the hair just basically turned on me and started attacking me. I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but no, my hair started attacking me. And I ripped the sucker off in the hair store like I can't take it. And when I took the wig off, when I tell you, I don't know what happened, but my hair, it was like, oh. It was like, thank you, Bridget. Can we breathe for a minute? And I haven't, and when I tried to go back to my lace front, I never could put it on. It wouldn't fit right. So I just said, well, I'll be rocking my hair. Thank goodness I got some. Thank you, God, Lord, for creating me with my hair. My hair is beautiful. I don't need all this extra stuff. I think it's great. I think we need beauticians. I think all these things that make a woman feel beautiful, that's great for people who need, but there are some of us who are above, who are a little bit, don't need it. And we know who we are. If you can take it, and you're like, wait a minute, I kind of feel good with my hair like this. I haven't colored my hair. I see my little grays coming in. I'm going to let them come, but to me, they look cute. Someone thought they was like, what color is that in your hair? I was like, nothing. Like, are you trying to be funny over there? But she wasn't trying to be funny. She really thought that was a color. They buying gray weave. Like, they want to look that, I guess whatever look it is they're looking for is wisdom. You can't look wise. You just got to be wise. You know what I mean?
Can I say something to Bridget, though? The reason why you see a sun and a moon at the same time is because it is more than one. But we all have our own sun and our moon. That's what we came up with in the Discord, because it was a time where we was sitting up there looking at the sun and the moon every day. We was going outside. All of us was going outside at the same time to see if we can see the sun or the moon at that time.
Whoa, where y'all been? I've been around here myself doing all these type of experiments and trying to see what stuff is, and y'all know this whole time been over here on this other stuff. I need to subscribe to everybody on here. Y'all make sure somebody in the chat so I can hit subscribe, because I've been missing out. Because that's basically, I would test my own theories. Like, if I saw something in the sky going across, I'm not afraid, because I know whatever you are, you're not here to hurt me, because if you know what's best for you, you should know who I am. I feel like they should be worried about me. And I've said that before, and I mean that in as lighthearted as I can. Don't tell me to worry about somebody else, or they might want to worry about who I am. Because I know what it is. I know who's in me, and I know who's running, and I know what I'm capable of doing. All in the matter of self-preservation, because I got a job to do. I am needed here on this earth, or whatever you want to call it. I'm needed on all the earth, the lands, the universe, the uniplex, the whatever you want to call it. I am needed. I elevate and I go places. So I'm well aware that my presence is needed. Not saying needed more than someone else, but I do believe when I say don't try me, because I am needed here. I've seen it happen too many times. What has happened when someone has tried to bring me down in ways that I never thought someone would try to do. And it didn't end too well for them. And by I mean it didn't end too well, it really didn't end too well. But hey, sometimes somebody got to make you remember who you are. Sometimes y'all might have to tap me on my show me who I am, and I may have to do vice versa to someone else to remind you who you were, because it was you all that were speaking today. I just clicked in and I said, wow, I sure feel sane right now in a world where there is no sanity. They chose to turn that off. I don't know why they don't want that switch on, or I don't know. And I'm sorry, guys, everybody don't have that switch. You can't make me believe that. I don't know if you agree, but that switch is not in everybody. There are some people who are supposed to just walk around like zombies and be some flesh and meat and be some people to take up space. Everybody not meant. They don't have that in their brain. But for those who are chosen, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't even question it anymore. I'm thankful that I am not the people walking around blind, because I know they're going to all lead in the ditch. I see it every day. The blind leading the blind. I'm thankful I'm not walking behind them.
And it might be like punishment for your past life. Some like you probably
absolutely the do-over.
Yeah, somebody was in a
I call it the do-over. I don't have a word for it, so I call it the do-over. When people keep finding themselves in the same situation, like, how do I keep ending up in that same situation? I never get out, because you keep doing the same thing when you got to that pivotal point where you're supposed to own your wrongness, correct your wrongness, or just call yourself out on your own business. Let me call myself out. I'm tripping. I know I'm tripping. I did this wrong. I want to do it right this time. And so they continue in that cycle, and they don't even realize, like, every month it ain't supposed to be the same thing. We got our normal struggles between, health and, you may have to get your finances, normal things that we always somehow type of way get out of. But you are not supposed to always be in the same type of situation, like almost word to word, verbatim to verbatim. You feel what I'm saying? That is not the cycle. You have gotten caught in some weird vortex that you can't get out because you won't own yourself and say, my heart ain't right. Something not right. Let me get this right. Fall on your knees. I don't care what people will not. When I tell you, they'd rather stand there and instead of asking for help, pleading to be fixed and healed, and so they can get it, they will just sit there and suffer and be sick and live in turmoil. Ain't nothing I can do with a person like that. Because that person's pride is so, before every fall comes pride. Their pride is just a little bit too high. They can't be humble for nothing. So I can't do anything with anybody who can't be humble, because I got to humble myself every day. And that's what our afflictions, I feel like, are for. I got certain afflictions that were dealt to me. There's nothing I can't handle, but I need those to keep me humble. I've even heard it from Apostle Paul when he spoke about the thorn in his flesh, that it was because of the revelations he got were so great that he had to be sold a thorn, an affliction that tormented him from time to time to keep him humble, because his knowledge was that great. I get that. Because had it not, he would be too cocky with his, you see what I mean? He would be walking around too grand. I get that 1000%. That's just one example, because I know that's a comment. A lot of people are coming with that verse, but there are other ways to break that down too. When I go back and look at all the queens and pharaohs in Egypt, and every time there was a person who had a reign with special power or abilities, each one of them had some type of weird affliction. Like Nefertiti had this skin affliction. Like everybody had something weird. You get me? Like they were not perfect. They were perfect. They were able to make perfect things and do perfect things, but they had a weird, quirky little affliction that kept them humble. Every single person, I thought, wow, okay, I kind of get that. I get that.
I get it too. Like my edges.
Girl, your edges fine. What you talking about? Oh,
cautious. Like my edges. Like the side. No, I'm just saying. No, that's what I be saying though. Like it's not meant for nobody to be perfect. Everybody has.
I see what you mean. Yeah, man, edges, because they don't have anything to say. Edges aren't the side. That your hairline is what, and even not even a hairline, because I found for more men, I'm like, see, we focus. We the only ones who, y'all don't hear other people racist talking about worried about somebody's edges. We don't have nothing else to say.
I know that's what I'm knowing.
And you wonder why some cultures just say we just gonna all be bald, men, women, children, all of us. We don't even want any hair. Hair is a distraction. I get it.
It is a distraction, but I was just saying, in relative to what you were saying, that I understand exactly what you're saying, because you have all these other abilities, then you're gonna have some kind of affliction.
Do you know? I wonder in Egypt back when they all had the same hair, but we know they were wigs they just wore. You know, I believe because it's better when someone look to the left. They don't want to get distracted with why is her hair like this and my hair like that. So they made them people walk around and say, we're going to all make sure our hair look like this. When you come out, her hair the same length as yours and the same color. Nobody's standing out looking special. And I don't know why I thought that one day, because I can't prove that. But when I realized at the beginning, like, you know what, it does make sense. If I'm out here working and doing what I'm supposed to do, and I look at you, Nikki, and your hair is no greater than mine, or mine no greater than yours, and we look exactly alike, then we can focus on what we're supposed to be doing in that moment until we get into our own private dwelling. You see what I mean? I don't know where that popped up in my head, but when I looked at the historic pictures and said, you know what? I think I know what y'all were trying to do. It's a lot of stuff that's got to be, when he's talking about the blood, I don't know who was speaking on blood. A lot of stuff information is passed down through blood. Can't nobody tell me no different. It's not going to be on Wikipedia. It's not going to be written. It is knowledge passed through these bloodlines. Can't nobody tell me no different, because I know stuff, and I don't know how I know them. I know my daughter woke up one day writing in her. I don't know how she know how to write that. Yeah. I don't understand it. And nobody can give me an answer. So somewhere someone is passing knowledge down through bloodlines. I don't know how it's done, but if you can't tell me it's not done.
It's downloaded. The ancestors, they're right now. They always giving you information. It's downloaded. So
how do we know? Right. If no one taught me, if no one is taught, like, I think one time someone was like, who taught this girl? I was talking with a bunch of men. I said, no one taught me anything. What are you talking? I felt offended as if they were trying, like, what do you mean? I can't know what you know? You think you're the only G around here? You think you're so special because someone gave you the 48 laws of power? Well, I challenge your 48 laws of power to what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you the G. You the energy. The energy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. They need to put some Creed on it.
This is how energy work, though, right? Energy is
need
attractive, and
energy.
attract with you. It attract light energy, even though it attract opposite energy as well. Because energy got something in common with positive and negative. It's
like
just
a battery.
energy.
Like a battery, right?
Because
energy
really don't separate itself. See, energy don't separate itself. Energy know that it needs both to be able to operate. They know that can't operate without one or the other. So they don't look at themselves like positive or negative. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
The dark and light.
Yes, the dark and the light. So like
the only thing about they can't exist together, but they do need each other. Like if I'm in this room right now and it's dark,
they do exist with each other. Like your dark and your light, your shadow and your light always together. The dark and the light roam together. Like it's like the back of your hand.
Yeah, because when I turn this light switch on up in here, the whole room is not going to be dark, but darkness is still going to be somewhere. I see what you mean, but one's got to overcome the other.
Right.
I guess that person hard.
This is where they put us into the realm of thinking that it's really separated. This is how they do us with like the beginning or the end or day and night. Like I heard you say, like, it really ain't no new day or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know that it is day and night, but that's what they told us. Like, it ain't a new day. Everything is just a rotation. The sun don't go down and come back up. It's always up in rotation.
Up somewhere. Right.
Yeah, it's always up somewhere. You feel me? It's never down. The sun is always up.
Yeah.
So they take it. Yeah, they took rise in the west. You know, rise in the east in the west. Like,
it comes and goes. It only comes and goes. It don't.
But it's forever up. The sun don't never go to sleep. It's up somewhere. Don't
like
never just shut off.
The day and the night don't never go away. It's always day and night somewhere.
Yeah, you can get in your car. If you get in a plane, and all a person got to do is travel enough, or they don't even have to travel. They just like what some of you all are at. The sun's up now, or somebody somewhere. The sun is daytime. Where I'm at is the sun not up yet. It's 5:16, but the sun has not come up yet. It's not gonna come up. So probably I got about to 6 o'clock. Yeah, right now I got about 45 minutes. Some people the sun's already up. You know, I mean, look at Alaska.
We got like a guy in UK, in the UK, at 12 noon, it'd be 12 noon, so the sun be right over his head. But guess what? Over here for me, the sun just coming towards me. And how can I see the sun if
it's over his head?
It's right over his head, and it's supposed to be on the ball, on the curve.
And then we got another homie was in Australia. We got homie in Australia. We got a homie in UK. We had people in Canada. We had people in Japan. I'm talking about we had people everywhere doing this experiment all at one time. Like, and we did it for like over amount of time. It was like we did it like one day. And we did this like we had people in Florida and Atlanta and California, Chicago, Tennessee, New York, everywhere. Like it's like
Hey, y'all know if anybody's brave enough to do it, I people keep acting too scary for me, so I'd be like, y'all too scared. But for some of us that when it's dark at the same time, the stars, what we would do over here, because we found that all the stars were not really stars, and I proved it. We got us some good binoculars and a telescope, and I'm about to order another one too. And we will focus on different ones and wait. And once something has caught you looking, I don't know what these laws are, but it has to move. It's like, dang, somebody caught me. And it has to move. And we will watch these stars just move out of place. I'm like, you weren't a star in the first place. But we weren't afraid. We weren't scared. Like, we weren't afraid. It was like, it's kind of like I spy you, almost like a game. And I made it a game with my kids. And we were pointing. I was like, you guys look at my finger while I'm pointing. I'll put your binoculars over there. And we will watch that object have to move from that place because somebody caught it. So I know my eyes.
So did it look like water bubbles? Did it look like water bubbles?
I don't know what that is. I can't explain what it looks like. Because there's nowhere in science, no one else is. I don't even look for other people who have explained it. Because it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how to explain what that thing looks like. It's like I don't know what it looks like, but yeah, I can't explain. Water
A ball
bubble
of
might be
gas or an orb. It looked like an orb. It's a ball of gas. It's like
I seen one come so close to me, and I looked at it, and my heart started beating real fast. But I was like, "You're not here to hurt me. I know that if you're trying to get a look at me, I'm looking at you too. But or either you watching over me, and I appreciate that. But I for a while I was like, why is it every time? Now I'll tell you this, and I had to fix it. I have woken up before, and someone told me to look up, and someone had no business looking in on me. But I got that fixed because at that particular place where I was living, that wasn't good ground. See, that's what's funny about people need to know where they stand in and where they live, because our land is not good land. I'm on good land now. I'm on some this land so sacred up here. People have found real quick things. Either you come up here and you make it back down, but it's never the same again. I don't know this land. I knew it when I bought it, but
you not lying though. That just because this. Yeah, look, my last crib that I was in, I was straight, bro. But this new house that I've been in for this last year, man, I can't stand this fucking house, yo. Like,
yeah, it's
straight up, like, man.
Yeah,
the house. I wanted this house so bad, but when I moved in this motherfucker, man,
it been the whole time you have not enjoyed it one time. It's like you ain't even enjoyed the motherfucker. It's like you can never have peace and you never settle. You never feel like you're supposed to be there. And I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Exactly, man.
Either listen, don't get offended, brother. Just as much as you're not at peace, something that was in there has a for you is not at peace either. And it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna have to be one of you are. They're gonna drive you insane, or you're gonna have to say, you know what, you can have this shit. I will pack up and move and go somewhere, but you ain't finna drive me crazy. I deserve to come home and kick my feet up and not be too unsettled. Everybody deserve that.
Oh man, God, you act like you are literally you speaking right now like you are literally.
I can tell you this: when that day comes, you're gonna know it, because it's gonna be so hard for you to you can't even be able to read a book. Every way you look up, something's gonna be making you it's gonna make you so uncomfortable. It's gonna become turmoil to where you're gonna say, you know what, you're gonna take your keys, or I don't know if you're driving out and walk out and take your stuff and say, I'll come back for this. I don't even want to spend the night here no more. I gotta get up out this house. You're gonna know it. You're going to know when you go to lock your door and you know you locked it, but how the fuck is it unlocked? You're going to know it's going to be some specific Something else has claimed dominion over that house. Yes, there are territorial spirits, whether you like it or not. They were there first and they have claimed it, and they are not in sync with your spirit. It doesn't matter if you like it or not, but you can stay there and fight with it all you want to. But it took me 5 years on the 5th year where I was at the house I have, the first house I bought. When I tell you that they didn't run me out, because I came back and I did some damage, you feel me? But I finally said, I tell you what, y'all ain't finna drive me crazy. Keep this. You want this ish? You can have it, because you're distracting me. I can't get no peace of mind. I can't sleep good. I'm not productive. I can't never get it right. The smell never right. It was nothing ever right about that house, no matter what I did to it.
Oh man, God,
and I love that. I put my heart into getting that house.
With me, yo. I cannot listen. I have never been in the fucking house, right? Well, I felt like this, man. This house is everything about this motherfucker is weird, man.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
this motherfucker. It's almost like it. I tell you this: don't go looking. Listen, you know what? When you look for stuff, you find stuff. Don't drive your. Don't go looking for stuff. Don't go taking no wallpaper down. Don't go taking no paint down, because when you see stuff that has already been on walls that you know that you didn't put there, you're gonna really probably just run out like, oh hell, I definitely ain't staying here now. I don't want you to do that to yourself, brother. But I'm gonna tell you, from word to the wise. At some point, let them. It's territorial. It's okay, because when you accept it, hold on. I tell you what. Let me direct my energy to where I'm supposed to. Because what if I got my own land? What if I am my own? If I really am this demigod and who I am supposed to be, then I should have my own territory. Where is mine at? Once you realize, you know what, y'all can keep this ish. It's something out there greater for me. And when you realize that and get to your own spot, not only can nothing move you from there, you begin to take territory over that area. Because I went from one house to a whole block, and I keep on seeing how far I can grow. I done bought a whole street out, not because I have money, but because it was just sitting there in the woods. My woods were in the way, and they couldn't make a decision. So they said, well, then just include in my land, and I'll just buy the street. Like, I keep growing, and people don't understand. And it's like, she ain't got that type of bread. No, I don't. But it's mine. If it's mine, then it's mine. You feel me? If I claimed it, and I came into this land, I said, peace be with you, and that land gave me back peace, then it is mine. If you go into your house and you say peace be with you, and that house still won't give you no peace, it's not yours. It may not be for anybody to stay there. It could just be cursed land. People don't realize, hey, not everything in a blessing. Some stuff look real shiny and real pretty, and you wanted that car so bad. And the minute you got in that car, it break down every 2 weeks. My mom bought a car off the lot. And when I tell you she had more problems off this car, she was just a brand new. I said, Mama, I bet you I won't be, see, and she don't like buying cars new like that. That's why they say people be buying a brand new car and they won't never go right. Like, wait, I don't understand this. This car new. And I had it for 2 weeks and it's in a shop. You know, the irony in that. But yeah, you wanted it so bad, but this will be an experience for you that you won't ever have to go through it again, because you're going to know to take the steps. The next time you're going to know how to pray, or how to direct your energy to say, I want to go where's my place? Like mine, where I'm supposed to be, is waiting on for me. The minute your foot touch that ground, it's like, there you go. Welcome home. I want to say it in another way, but I don't want to get too out of character. That's the same thing with people and couples. There are people and have met a partner. The minute them bodies and them souls touch, they already know you were mine. You're mine. I ain't got to worry about it no more. I ain't got to worry about dating. They don't even look at other people attractive, because they have found the other part of them. And so there's no reason anymore. They don't got to worry about lust. And they've been able to cut out a lot of stuff like lust and temptation, because they don't have no feelings for nobody else. They're complete. Bro. That person is their home.
That shit is crazy.
That make any sense?
When I met my old lady, what a day I met her. Boy, we've been together ever since. When I met her, I told her, I was like, man, you're gonna be my wife. You're gonna be with me forever. She said, boy, stop playing. we've been together ever since. Look, straight up. Bro, like serious, man. Like you are so on point. And I just wanted to say something, because I'm finna get out. I gotta get ready to go to work. But I just gotta say something, man. Look, if we wasn't even in here speaking and had that bad energy, you wouldn't have came in and we found this super soil. Like you see how much that dry soil turned into such fertile soil. You just feel like me? That. Like that seed turned into a farm.
Like a mustard seed.
The desert. And right when you ran across the desert, and like, damn, I dropped all these seeds and look back, ain't nothing grew. You ran into pastures thinking you was finna drop seeds and ran into a farm that was already planted and had its feet soils and had more land that you could plant seeds in. It was like, God damn. And not only that, this farm had seeds that was there for you to have to drop already. For everyone. Oh my
you didn't even
God,
have to go out there and do all that. You didn't have to go farm and plow and go work 20 hours getting it. You didn't have to do nothing. It was already there, right, ready for you to just walk into. That's how it be. And people, I'm like, if it's too hard, if you're having to do too much, you're not in your zone, man. You're doing too much. You don't got to try that hard. We got it already. It's already ours. If you're working so hard for something, you need to figure out what is it you're trying to work for. Because really, if you are who you say you are, you really should be able to climb, like walk on it now.
Oh my God! Come on!
If you really are who you say you are,
just like Huey. He said, "I'm just like Huey."
Man,
if you really are who you say you are, you should be able to walk on up in there and climb that mud. Like, all right, I ain't trying to. Hey, I need to get that, shawty. I'm gonna need to get that. Hey, that's just how it goes.
Oh my God, where you at? And you said, shawty, don't tell me you in the A.
You know what? I go back and forth from Alabama to Atlanta. It's only a 2-hour drive. But my home and my land is in Alabama. But I have to work. I have to do stuff with my Atlanta people. And I was living there too.
When you come to Atlanta, you need to come get with Huey, man. You need to come holler at me. I need to come holler at you to Alabama Huey, and come work on your land.
I'd be like a thief in the night. When I come in and come out, I'd be like a thief. I'd be in and out, but yeah, we can link up. I'll drop my Instagram. If anybody else got Instagram, we should drop Instagram. I'm all about why people, I don't understand why people don't, like the other day, Aaron was in my live. I did my first live, right? And Aaron came through. Shout out to Aaron. And I was like, Aaron, drop your Instagram. And I thought about it. Why don't nobody ever do that? Why don't people ask folks to like, hey, y'all, what you on Instagram? Like they don't ever want to share where somebody else is at. It's like they don't want you to stumble across somebody else great. Because I've been in Castle like, hey, y'all on IG? and nobody said
That's
nothing,
why
or my comment got
everybody
deleted.
rinses in my room, man. So you can drop your link in my YouTube. Everybody get a rinse so you can share your link. Don't come in here if you ain't sharing your link. Come share your link and your where we can find you at so we can connect. This is what
That's
it's
what
about.
I thought that was understood. But when I've been to Aaron's the only person I have ever said, and I'm not kidding. The only person ever I said, "Hey, Aaron, are you on Instagram?" And he said, "Yeah," and he dropped it. I was like, "Okay, put your link," and he put it. I've gone in people's chats where I have 1,000 people going, 800 people in line, and I'm like, "Hey, anybody on Instagram?" And nobody says nothing.
I was glad.
And
to
I
do
know
that
that,
too.
and I'm like,
I was
"Okay, well, how else are we supposed to? How am I supposed to actually go look at you or click on it? We can't drop Instagram."
Well, on YouTube, I realize on YouTube everybody don't got Instagram. You know, Instagram and YouTube, because over here, when you like a lot of people over here in this conscious community, if they on Instagram, I think that's just something for the young people. I don't think too many people be on Instagram really dropping.
But I'm not young. I don't know, man. I just think the people in the chat don't want nobody else to link up. No, they'll delete the comment. I'll type it in and it gets deleted. I'll be like, "Where my comment go?" All I asked for was who on Instagram. Dang.
Oh yeah, they don't want you to get connected in. If you come in there speaking like me, I can tell you're gonna get blocked out a lot of chats. If you come in there speaking like you speak, you're gonna get blocked out a lot of chats. You sound just like me. They're gonna block your ass out of everything. You too woke. You gonna scare everybody away. You gonna take everybody's goddamn.
But I already blocked them. They can't block me because I already blocked them. Like way before they even know I existed. I didn't like how they was talking, so I just blocked them because I don't want them to see me. I'm like I be coming through that. I be coming through that like a ninja assassin. They don't even know I'm like, "Nah, let me go block you."
Listen, they be so mad that they can't listen. You know when you powerful when your texts want to get blocked. That means your energy is too blocked. They can't even block your energy.
You can't handle it, baby. Like a whole, like a bomb. Like I come to them like, "Hold up, we feeling. Hold up." They'll go look. They'll read over all the comments to be right there, but they're gonna skip over mine because I make them feel some type of way, and I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I get that. It's going exactly the way it's supposed to go. I knew when I started my channel, somebody's life was gonna get changed for the better. I knew when I started my channel within 3 months, 90 days, I knew I was going to get served with a lot. I knew all these things were going to happen. And then people don't know, like I knew this was going to happen before you did. So I'm just going along with the play. They don't know the outcome, but I do. I know about, but they don't know who also running, pulling strings. So who do you, let me end with this. Who's to be feared? The puppet master? Somebody answer this to me. Who's to be feared? The puppet master or the person who told the puppet master who gave it to the wood to make? Anybody want to answer the riddle for me? Who's to be feared? The puppet master or the person who gave the puppet master the wood to make the puppets in the first place? Because he ain't make the wood. He ain't make the wood, did he?
Yeah.
Right. He ain't make the wood. He just pulling strings, but you ain't make that wood, though. You ain't grow that tree. So which one? I'm going to go to the one who grew the tree. I'm going to go to the one who making wood. I'm going to go to the maker. I ain't got time for you and your strings. I'm going to go all the way around you and say, "Excuse me, hi, are you the one who growing trees up out here? Can I get with you? Because I'm going to need a little wood so I can build me some cabins too. Because I don't want to play by that. I don't like they play. It's boring. And they going to give me my own wood."
What? She gonna build a whole island. This is why Mama was my aunt. Look, this is where our women was at to the power of this. When you get to that, when a man and woman connect with energy like that, but they don't want you and whoever with you with on that level, man, y'all dangerous. She dangerous, boy. I swear, boy. Good night.
Too bad. They had to catch up again, and it go the same way like this. Either you catch up or you get left behind. Don't take it personal. But see, Nefertiti roamed and finished out by herself. Hey, it don't matter how it go. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm not slowing down for anybody. It don't matter my heart. It doesn't matter. It ain't got nothing to do with love. This is a matter of principle of the world. I got work to do. So get with it or catch up. I ain't gonna leave nobody behind. My heart was up with a lot of people, but you got to keep up. You got to be able to move at the pace. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to keep going because I cannot stop building brick by brick, all because you don't understand. I got to keep building. And that's how I look at it. It's going to get built regardless. Not one man has made me nor can tear me down. Not one man put nothing over here. He didn't build me or get a dime. It's all done by me. So at the end of the day, either you coming together with me and on a spiritual level, in alignment on something else, because it ain't going to be money. It won't be money. It won't be materialistic stuff. You're going to have to be able to reach me another type of way because that stuff is so out. I'm like, man, please, it ain't going to work. And that's been my problem. Why people like, Shawty, I'll give you the keys of my Mercedes, sir. I don't want your keys. But I'm going to tell you what, I don't even want no Mercedes, sir. So you already lost me right there. That car's a little too small for me. That ain't my style. I take a, you know what I mean? You ain't finna give me nothing. What I'm going to do is go get my own. And what you can do is give me some brains. I mean, some inner. That didn't come out right, but I mean, you know, some enlightenment.
Yeah.
You got going on in your head. You got some knowledge. If you ain't got none of that,
give me some real head. Give me some real head. No pun intended. No, you know what I mean? Like, man, give me some real fucking. I want some real brain, like you said, man. Look, I want to fuck Shawty because of brain. Her brain. Let me look, man. Most people. This is why niggas listen. You said the most.
Why they hopping around? Right, you just say why niggas a hoe? Why they hopping around from so many girls because they can't get nothing right? They keep missing it. It all feel the same. No, it don't all feel the same. You a whole lie. You a whole lie. Sorry, this a man on this planet.
The wrong thing. Listen, they fucking the wrong head, and they using the wrong head. Y'all bumping y'all bottom heads, and y'all top heads is not connecting.
Because you really did.
You bumping in your lower self and your higher self ain't connected.
Why you think they never satisfied? That's what they never satisfied. That's why they are never satisfied because they never got their head never ever. Their head wasn't in the game. They leaving feeling unfulfilled and so on to the next. Somebody else can get a rise out of them. Once you get to that level of self-control and you master thyself, you can look at somebody butt naked and be like, man, if you don't get out my face, I'm not turned on. You can control that flesh. That flesh is nothing, man. That flesh ain't nothing but a piece of cloth on my body. It's what's up under me that run me. And I hate it for my women and my sisters out here who can't get it under control. I'm like, girl, you should not be able to be digmatized. You got to be able to look at that dude like, but sir, get out of my face. You ain't add nothing to me. Bye. You do not need the D. I wish we would stop saying it. And I'm guilty of that saying, baby, you need to get a little D. But when I say that, it's kind of like, well, they do. That's the problem. They're getting plenty of D and it's not changing their life. So now they're running over to the P. And now that ain't helping either. Well, now I don't know what's left for you because you done tried both sides and you still not happy. You just messed up. Maybe it's you. Sure, I be wanting to tell folks, make it be you. You tell folks, make it be you. You can't find no satisfaction on either end. It might be you, honey. And I come across sounding so harsh and I'm not trying to be harsh, but you shouldn't have to do all of that to feel some type of, okay, I'm cool with this. I can ride with it. It's disease. We got a life. We got to preserve our life, And I want to preserve mine to the best of its ability. So I can't be out here taking chances with random people all the time. You feel me? Trying to look for the one. Okay, looking for the one. You know what? Looking for the one gonna have people with the one thing they don't want to have. You better accept you the one and better let somebody come find you because that's how I look at it. And they need to watch The Matrix about 10,000 times and start paying attention to the stuff that ain't the action. They need to watch The Matrix because there's so many hidden messages in that movie. I just threw that out there. That's all. Y'all got me hyped for the day. I'm done talking. Y'all got me. I appreciate it. Y'all let me come in on that. Y'all got me feeling good about the day. See, yesterday I was kind of only one person was on a level with me, and the other people I'm like, man, I threw some stuff out there and they didn't connect with it. I said, dang, man, that wasn't a response, shawty. But you guys gave me some little motivation. And even though it's pouring down raining, I don't see that. I don't see the rain. You know what I mean? I hear it, but that ain't what I see. I see my soul getting watered. Some of this dirt getting watered.
That's right. That's a way to see it.
When people be like, oh man, it's raining, my hair finna be so mad. I'm like, that's what you worried about? Then you need to get refocused. If your whole day ruined because your style from Saturday mess gonna be, you gotta, that's no way to live. I can't live like that. If my hair gotta be wet, a little damp, so be it. But it ain't gonna mess up my day. That's just me.
Y'all, in the place to be. Did y'all see what just happened tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to everybody. I'm finna clear. I see they had to leave. Oh, Nikki, me, and Aaron. I know I'm subscribed to you, Nikki and Aaron already. That was pretty chill.
Yeah, it's really deep. It's always like this over at Nikki's place.
It always happens unexpectedly, though. We didn't know. I know. I was thinking about them earlier, though. I didn't know that they was both gonna come to my stream, though, like that. They just popped in, and then
wow.
Huey said he's back in the chat talking about she going in. Yep, you went in. You just everything you said is this a review of what we've been talking about for almost 2 years because we all been together for 2 years.
Wow, that's crazy. But you know what though? That's what if y'all ever heard of what people call soul families,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a word, but it's like people who are already fan, they don't even know it. And
Yeah.
I would tell people, say it's kind of like once you have a kid, that's your kid. You don't have to. I don't have to come in here saying, "Oh, okay, well, where do you guys work and what do you do for a living and what do you?" I don't know what anybody on here looks like. I should know what you. Well, Nikki, I know your face, but the truth of the matter is that if that's how people starting out trying to choose who they gonna like you basically you going off appearance and you've already lost. You
Yeah.
already lost if you're going on what somebody look like, because I can tell you right now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The ugliest person in the world, somebody made that. I may think they're gorgeous. I'm looking at the inside. So I kind of like that my face wasn't up there at first, or at least your voice is the first thing people hear and what you got to say. And then you can match the imagery with it later. But people just going on images, that always turns me off. It turns me off all the time because I'm like, man, no matter what you do, and it's hard for people who especially women, for men. That's why I got so upset yesterday, Nikki. Somebody was in the comment and they said Aaron Stir. When I tell you I downplayed it because I don't. It's hard for me to get out of character. And that person was already trolling using my son. Oh, by the way, Aaron, that troll last the other night, they were using my son's name, the Brandon person.
Oh.
Yeah, they were using
that.
Aaron, they combined my son's name and my Twitter name. My Twitter name is No Names Allowed. My son's name. They said so. They were trying to what they were trying to do. I was 3 steps ahead. You feel me?
Yeah, they said that I knew. I'm like, so I
No,
asked.
I knew you didn't know them, because if you knew them, you'd have been like, "What up, bro? What up, shawty?" When I spoke to you when you came in, what did I say? Oh my gosh, Aaron, I know who you are. Through Nick, remember? That's what people do who know each other. They don't come in throwing no shade. So I knew they were lying.
Where do I know them from? I said, where do I know you from, Brandon? And I didn't get a response.
That's funny.
Right. I knew that anyway. Just like I knew they were using my son's name. Like, oh, you going to come in here? Because I've already been doxxed already. But you put my son's names on Instagram, so that ain't no secret. He's a young man. I'm like, okay, so you're going to use my son's name and the other half of your last name, my Twitter name, and think I'm that dumb I didn't catch up. I'm going to play stupid with you. I'm going to play real dumb because you really came looking. I knew you were waiting for me to come on. I knew it already. I knew. I said, I don't know who you think it's not intimidating because you know my kid's name. You go know their name. You need to know his name. You feel me? Because he got some work to do. He out here doing low key. You're gonna know him. I mean for you to know him. I would have never posted my children on my Instagram, even if I just do it once or twice a year. But I don't mean for you to know who they are. That didn't intimidate me at all. And when they post my name, my legal name, none of that stuff intimidates me. And they know this. They already know this. So I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. But if you want to get to the person you got a beef with, go to them. But trying to use me and get a reaction out of me, it's going to be quite hard because
folks are actually dragging kids, which is real messed up. I mean, Fly Babe is going through that herself. People are trying to drag her kid.
Yeah, they try, and the thing about it, I know that in my heart, whenever that first started, it should have never gotten. You know how soil grows, and it festers and then to the point where it's gotten so infected, you got to take antibiotics won't work. You got to go in there and cut that sucker out. You know, like an ingrown toenail or something. Like you got to go in there, or like a cancer. A cancer is a good word. See, whenever somebody first initially started that person collectively as a community, the people should have cut that person out like a cancer. The minute they tried someone's kid, they should have been cut out like a cancer. You feel me? But it didn't happen. And so this plague grew and it grew and it grew to the point where it's out of control. And I'll be looking at her like, hold up, y'all. Y'all know the only way that y'all keep coming for this woman's daughter, but at some point she gonna come immune to it. And what they did was they made her, whether or not they like her or not, they made her so immune to it to where she's building her daughter up to be like, okay, so if y'all gonna try this hard to get me down through my child and it's still not working, how far are you willing to go? So she's already probably 20 steps ahead of them with what they're gonna try this next. They're probably gonna try here. So she's probably constructing her life in a way to, no matter what y'all do, I already knew you were gonna go there because they want her to break. Some people can't be broken. She's already trained military, so they should already know she coming from a military aspect where she been lined up and drilled to not break, you know? But that doesn't mean you're going to stop the cancer from coming back. You know, I don't know what stage. I would say this would be like a I don't want to say, you know, how everybody's starting these petitions, and I hate to be the one to say it, but it's like, y'all, this is something a little bit deeper than a political or get somebody off of something. This is a whole that they want this person there. They never considered that when there's something growing, just like a neighborhood, just like this street, although for the most part, this is a good street, but there's this one house on the street that I ain't nobody gonna want to live at. When them people move, we're gonna tear that, we're gonna bulldozer it down. Because I don't want nobody else staying there. There's something wrong with that piece of property. But for long as while they're there, they can stay in there. It's gonna be muddy and like a pit, like a hole, you know. But once they're gone, their property will most likely be condemned. But until that time come, you know, we just ride by and put up with it. You feel me? Sometime in the community, you're gonna have a house that's an eyesore. Every time you ride by, it's looking at it like, oh my gosh, man, won't they do something with that? And you wonder why the city just leave that house up like that. Like, won't somebody come tear that sucker down? You know? The weeds going through the windows. Ain't no window. The door ain't even there no more. You can't even squat in that house. It's like unlivable, completely condemned. But see, that goes back to the Bible where God said he's cursed some land so bad that nobody else will ever live there before. Jesus said that he himself cursed that fig tree. See, it's so much meaning behind those things. And I wonder why people don't ever look at the meaning behind it. They're too busy trying to focus on who said it instead of getting the knowledge. Because if you take the knowledge, well, yeah, you're right. If a tree producing no fruit, it should be cursed and cooked up. And why is it here? It's taking up space. Who wants to just see a dead tree? No leaf on it, no fig on it. It ain't doing nothing but taking up space. So yeah, tear it down. So no matter if you don't have to be religious to understand what he meant by when he cursed that fig tree that was producing no fruit to die. It was pointless. And then you have to understand what fruit is. And those are things those are spiritual things, not actual, you know, fruit. But that's the best I can explain it. Some things are just been cursed to be there and die. And some people get tired of looking at it or black it out themselves. You see what I mean? Because, you know, we do have that option. You have an option. Sometimes if you can't stop people to dragging you, then you just got to say, well, I tell you what, then I you know, it just depends on I can't, you know, it's different for every person. What people try me with, I'm laughing. I'm like, y'all really think this, girl? Why would you do this to yourself? Like, yo, I'm a beast, you know. But I'm gonna ride it all the way out because they need to see that you can't play with everybody. You can't play with everybody because some of us, like you guys were saying, yo, I'm already 3 steps ahead. Then I'm 6 steps ahead. Then I'm 9 steps ahead. Then I'm 13. Like I'm gonna always be some steps ahead of you. And I'm never going to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. You think I'm going left, girl? I done turned right, went down Highway 31, loop back around. I'm a whole mother effing track star. And when I say that, I really do mean that. So I'm circling laps around people who running plays on me. And I done already crossed the finish line, came back and started over again. And they still don't get that. So I'm going to let them run their plays and do what they got to do. Throw my kid's name up, docs to the coming of the Lord. It's not going to change the fact they've been caught doing things they ought not have been dabbling in. And that's the truth. Because as much as we were talking to enlighten each other people too, y'all realize at the same time, whether they're doing it publicly or doing it on privately, they're doing the thing, they're talking to darkened people. Y'all know that, right? I know you know that. They're dabbling in dark things. They're talking and plotting to hurt other people. They're trying to destroy people's channels. They're trying to plot and put and do weird things they should not be doing at this very moment. But as they're doing that, I guarantee you the light in us shines so bright, it's going to kill them. And I don't pity you guys. And I know you hear me. You're doing this to yourself. I guarantee I hope Nikki views shoot up tonight through the roof. For the fact that you came on and see who's talking. Because what you're doing, I see what you're doing. And it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work so much. I'll bet you. Throw me a number out, Nikki. Let's put it to the test. I bet you 500 views, whatever they plot, you're going to find out by the time we get done over. I bet you that. Y'all all right? I bet you 500 views, you're going to find out how when I tell you the people who think they're calling shots are not calling shots. So don't anybody listen. Don't ever downplay yourself. You're big. If you know who you are, then come up out the bushes and be, y'all be great. But that's all I got to say. I'm going to get these darn kids up, you guys.
All right.
There was some good food. Y'all fed me today. I wish I could find another word, but yeah, if I had to say I had to eat breakfast, you all just treated me to a very, very, very tasty buffet. We had a little bit of space. God, we had everything. Was anything left out? We went from generational wealth somehow in a matter of how long I've been on, an hour?
About an
In
hour.
1 hour, we've tapped into everything that matters to me, from generational wealth, the veil, the God in us, things that we see. Like, y'all have literally tapped into almost every area that if not, I don't
The
think we missed
will.
anything.
The will.
In 1 hour.
In 1
I
hour.
can't even get that many topics and some people out in years. I don't even know. I got to go back and I really got to subscribe to you, because I don't even know how that was possible. How you all tapped on every topic that matters in my life that we doing over here, up in this cat, on my throne. Now, somebody can take that how they want to, but yeah, on my throne, the topics that matter to me, we all just tapped into in less than an hour. And I've been dealing with some people for years, and I can't even get them to understand generational wealth. I can't get them to understand that. They too busy bringing up, well, I got to pay my water bill. I know we all got to pay our water bill, girl. That still ain't got nothing to do with the future. You got to pay a water bill next month and the month after that. That ain't got nothing to do with generational. Well, why you can't open your mind up? Oh my gosh, you're not coming to my community. You know how I get to be like, how they have the neighborhood associations, those neighborhoods. I'm trying to be. I'm gonna try to lighten it up. You know how they have neighborhood associations in these communities?
Yes.
Where, and they be like, hold up, you ain't cut your grass and you can get fined.
Yes.
As much as I would never live somewhere like that, because you ain't gonna tell me when to cut my look, it'll get cut when it get cut. But when you building something and you really laying them foundations, and you come across some people that's like, so you just we over here talking about this, and you really were stressed out. That you mean to tell me you can't get around what you're gonna eat for breakfast tomorrow? Just don't be hungry then. Curb your appetite. See, I know how to curb my appetite. I taught my children how to don't ever go nowhere hungry. Because you might not want to sit down and eat with those people. Learn how to say no to food.
Yes.
Food to get you places you ain't supposed to be. People, I know, how many times somebody having a cookout or dinner and people, I'm going over there just to eat. And you don't even want to deal with those people. So that means you're going to go to somebody's house that you don't like just to get a plate. Are you kidding me?
You don't want to eat their food if you don't like them, because that energy that made the food is not good
in your body. I'll show up and they're like, Bridget, why you not eating? I'm like, nah, I'm good, y'all. I just came I have had people get mad at me and my kids because we don't want to eat there. I'm like, nah, we good. I'm not hungry. We're not skinny people, but we know how to curb our appetite. I'll be like, they look at what I'm doing and they mimic what I'm doing. You feel me? And they see mom ain't really got that. She ain't eating. Okay. I don't know. I don't tell them not to do that.
All right, sis, but I'm gonna have to get up out of here tonight.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you, Aaron. Thank you so much yesterday for being such a good champ and let me play out what I needed to play out.
Y'all too. You too, Bridget. Come on back. And make sure you do more lives too. I enjoyed the one you did a few days ago.
I am. I'm coming back. I'm playing. Yeah, it's gonna get we got some interesting things going on now. So topics can be like of this, and then by topics, you don't know where it's gonna go. But that's just how it went yesterday. Like I never have a certain. I want to talk about this because it never stays there because it's gonna go somewhere bigger and grander. And somebody will leave with their life change. Hopefully, I know I did that this morning. My life has changed because I see I'm not the only one who's sitting around at this time in the morning thinking my thoughts. You guys are speaking my thoughts. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Nikki, for hosting me. Y'all have a good day, okay?
You too, babe.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
So, y'all, thanks for everybody for coming through to Nightcap with Nikki C. I appreciate what happened tonight. It was an amazing live. And we'll be back. I don't know when, but soon. And y'all know what I want y'all to do, though. Y'all need to make moves like bosses.
That's right.
Peace, y'all.
Holla.